Oh wow, I actually made it on time. Hey guys, welcome to PixelCherryNinja's channel. Now guys, this is going to be a little bit of a weird one because it took me a while to set it up. So I'm using a Elgato 4K card, but I'm using it as a 1080p card, and what is plugged into what, right? So into my 4K card, I've actually got the ModRetro M64 plugged in, and in my previous Elgato, which is a HD 60 plus, which does 1080p 60 or 4K 30, we have got the Analogue 3D plugged in. I'm trying not to get myself confused. I'm actually gonna share some screenshots in a minute. I've uploaded them. I need to bring them on screen, but I was rushing for this. As I connected one capture card, the Elgato, I just couldn't get a picture. And then I thought, let me try and actually connect it to a display. So I have to have it connected to a display. So I'm actually looking at these on my monitor. The reason you haven't got sound is because I've got it turned down, but I am going to turn it up let's turn it on for the Analogue 3D because we've got something there at the moment. Okay, so that's the Analogue 3D sound that you are going to hear. And do let me know what the sound levels are like. I've got it on ultra low latency, so you should be able to chat. I should be able to kind of check it. Big thank you out to Shane Baggin for becoming a channel member. Really, really appreciate it. Oh, wow, we got Walrus FPGA in here as well. So I'm holding two controllers now. So with the M64, I have a 8-bit DOE N64 controller configured, and with the Analogue 3D I have the Nintendo Switch Online controller configured. Now what's really weird is if the 8-bit DOE controller disconnects from the M64, what essentially happens here now is it connects as two-player to the Analogue 3D, so that was really annoying. So that might happen in between there, and we'll hopefully have to resolve that. I was hoping it only paired to one thing and it only remembered that. It did remember the M64, but then randomly it connected to my Analogue 3D, right? So kind of interesting here. My volume that I'm hearing isn't super loud, so I'm guessing the volume levels here based on EQ bars that I'm looking at, but I can see my voice is a lot higher than that. So I'm going to turn the Analogue 3D down now. And we are now going to turn up the ModRetro M64. And round about the same kind of level, let me just rename something here. Okay, cool, that makes it a little easier to understand. Good stuff there. Right, so there you go, you've got the sound now coming from the M64. Right, interesting here. Very, very kind of low on my side. So I also have to say that when I loaded the game, it loaded faster on the Analogue 3D. And the thing to kind of remember, oh, another thing to point out here, we're starting with normal N64 mode. So I've turned off overclock on both machines. They're literally running as vanilla, and what we'll do is we'll start with vanilla and then we will go into the overclock. So let's kind of go into the menus for both. So on the M64, which is the left side of the screen, let me press start and Z. Oh no, actually I don't need to do that. I've got a menu button that works on the 8-bit DOE. So if you do want to reset stuff, you can just go here. And here we go. So if we go reset core, and on the Analogue 3D it's a bit more convenient. You can you do it with a menu? I think you can do it with a menu actually. There you go. So we can go quick cartridge, and here we go, and then let's go back into that. Now there are probably different options and things that we can change. Now the first thing that I noticed here, guys, have a look at the colors. Now the colors are different on the ModRetro 64 than they are on the Analogue 3D. I don't know why that is. The capture cards I've got are both really, really good. They're both Elgato capture cards. They should be all right. Hey, Anime, how you doing? Hopefully the volume levels and everything are okay. I'm going to put the volume levels right down for both Analogue 3D and M64. And do you know what's kind of interesting here is, right, so I've got both controllers connected and I'm pressing them. This is so darn confusing, right? So let's now go, we're going to do some test ROMs as well. I have got them. So by the way, guys, I've got two summer carts connected. I borrowed a friend's one earlier, and the memory cards are exactly the same. I copied a memory card from one summer cart to the other, so they are identical. Wherever we go, everything just goes identical. Now, Is it under my hacks, I wonder? I want to load the Perfect Dark Performance hack. Here we go. So what you're going to notice, whoops, sorry, bad kind of D-pad on that, on the Analogue 3D controller. I was moving it down and it kind of registered as a right. So as you can see, we're going to do Perfect Dark Performance hack. So let me press A on both. I'll try and time it as best as I can. So if you notice here, when I go to load something, it's going to load. At least the last game loaded quicker on the Analogue 3D. So I'm going to try and press A simultaneously. There you go. And you can see, okay, I don't know what difference that makes, but there you go. It loaded. And as you can see, it takes a little bit longer on the M64. And I don't know why. So it would have been nice if they loaded at exactly the same time. So we kind of got them starting on sync. But as you can see, the Analogue 3D is slightly ahead of the M64. But I don't know which one's got better colors now. Like, it's very, very confusing. Like, the colors look a little bit different. I wonder if that's got anything to do with any options I've got set. But yeah, you can judge for yourself, guys. I'm colorblind, so I don't want to say which one is better, which one isn't. Is HDR enabled on the Analogue 3D? Okay, let's have a look. So what we'll do is we'll go into settings and we'll have a look at the settings in a second. While this is running, guys, I just want to show you, I want to give you an idea of what it's like. Yeah, I want to check HDR in a second. We will go in and look at the settings. So let's have a look. So just to give you an idea of exactly how I'm doing, because I'm very, very limited for space, and I actually wanted to get a camera showing you guys exactly the way I'm doing stuff, right? But I wasn't able to set it up. Time came and I was kind of running out for time, right? So let's have a look. So let me bring up these pictures. They're going to come up all of a sudden randomly, and I will make an adjustment for them. So let me go, where are those pictures? Okay, I think I've got them here. Right, okay. So just to give you an idea of my setup. Okay, so let's make it a little bit smaller here. So guys, that is my setup currently. You've got the M64 on the left-hand side. And you've got you've got the Analogue 3D on the right-hand side. Both got summer carts, just slightly different tints, but the same thing, essentially. Now, let me show you how I'm actually playing and working with this. It is a little bit trickier than normal. And I'm just using one ultra-wide monitor because my other screen is mounted on the wall. And here you go, guys. So that's how I'm looking at this now. This is how I'm looking and judging stuff here. Both screens here, the chat, a little bit of a display. So that is what I'm seeing, just to give you an idea of what I am. And obviously I've got two controllers in my hand and I'm trying to just keep everything above board. So let's turn the, sorry, I forgot to turn the sound up. Let's turn the sound up for the Analogue 3D so we can hear some of it. And what we will do, guys, is we'll go over to see if HDR or anything is on, because the colors are very, very different. They both are in normal mode. So currently there is no overclocking or anything like that. Let's turn Analogue 3D down. Let's bring the M64 up. So here you go. You've got the sound there. So yeah, kind of interesting. Like I've got a separate screen, but I'm so limited for space. It would have been nice to have screens on for both of them. I had to use like a HDMI. I don't know if it's a splitter, but you know, like where you plug 3 HDMIs into one little dongle and then you can swap between them by plugging that thing into it. I've had to plug my stuff into that to get a picture, because when my capture card didn't have an output, for some reason it decided not to show us a picture. So let me see, you can bring up the overlay here. I think, is it right I need to press for the overlay? No, or is it L? There is a button for the overlay, man. Where is that button? Okay, so, oh, here we go. Shame, I was trying to get it to run in a track mode. Right, didn't quite work there. Let's come back to this, because we can hopefully get this on a track mode. But in the meantime, guys, let's go and check that option that you said is HDR on, and just so we've got something kind of on screen. Right, let's have a look. I can play some stuff, but I can't play two things simultaneously. All right, so let's kind of go into the menu here as well, and we can just check the options. Right, so let's have a look. So configure here. So hardware, okay, so we've got virtual expansion pack, we've got region auto, deblur, 32-bit color. I wonder if that's what it is. Do you think that's what it is, guys? 32-bit color, I could turn that off, or let's have a look. advanced, progressive output. Let me know if you want any of these kind of turned off here. So display mode clean. Yeah, let me know. Shouldn't be, Cherry. Right. Okay. So I don't know why the colors are looking different on here. So virtual expansion pack, region, no. Deblur, 32-bit, disable texture filtering, disable anti-aliasing. So advanced over here. What have we got under advanced? Okay, so force original hardware. Oh wow, okay, that was an overclock. I did actually, I went on and I turned that off, so I don't know why that didn't save, right? Okay, so we've got it on forced original hardware, right? And hopefully it will stay like that. I don't want it to go off. What? Okay, forced original hardware is on. Yep, that's cool. Display mode clean, right? So I can't see anything for HDR. I don't know where this HDR. It's not that, right? Okay, so where is HDR? I cannot see a HDR option on the Analogue 3D. These are literally all the options you got. I don't think we've got any more options. There you go. We've got configure there. No, none of the other ones do anything. So that is all we've got. Hardware, expansion pack, again, going through here. I mean, like, why not? Why don't we, for a second, shall I turn... I don't know. I don't think deblur is going to matter, but I'm just going to turn that off, right? So I need to take the cartridge out of the ModRetro M64 because it doesn't give me the menu. So I'm just going to blast that out for a second. Let's see what happens. Does it boot back into like no cartridge? Okay, here we go. No cartridge detected. That's fine. So open menu. Let's go into the menu. So over here, profile, clean. See, I don't know why, again, I don't know why it isn't saving. I set the resolution to 1080p. I did that. It did not save, and I don't know why it didn't save, unless it automatically went for something. Right, let's go keep. Because we are streaming at 1080p, if I can choose 1080p, I would like to do that. Right, okay, that's the controllers there. Okay, I'm going to look at everything here. Okay. That's cool. Overclocking is off, so that's cool. So now it's off on both. Okay, that's cool. I didn't actually check for an update before the stream. I did update it when I first got it, but I don't remember them putting out any socials to say that there was more there. Right, let me stick that summer cart back in. Right, okay, so we should get something there. It's interesting. I wonder if there's an option not to go straight into the game. Look, I've just booted my own to check. It's in the main menu. Oh, okay. Yeah, the main settings. Not okay. Oh, not settings. Just booted my own to check. Look, it's in main menu. Right. Okay. Sorry. Where's that? Where is the HDR setting in the main menu? Am I missing it there, Fallen Rascal? Because I do want to run a game. Yeah, in main menu. Not get. Oh, okay. Am I in game settings? Right. Let's have a look. Okay, so I'm in the car. So where is that? Where is the main menu? Right. Can I get, you know what? I'm going to take the cartridge out from here. So there's nothing in here, right? So where is this? Where is the main setting now, right? That's the library. Okay, that's all the stuff that I've collected in there. So let's go configure. So I'm not in any game things now, right? Like, okay. Press the right bumper. Okay, cool. Thank you for that one. Okay, cool. Use this. Okay, so that's gallery. Okay, cool. Right, okay, there you go. So we're doing all right. Okay, so display, we definitely want this 1080p. HDR off. What does ALM mean? Should we leave that on? Okay, hey, how you doing there, Rajiv? Right, okay, cool. So there we go. That should be kind of all right now. Interesting. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys providing the feedback. Right, okay, so we're apply settings. Make sure we do that. Let's apply that, and hopefully everything comes back. Yep, okay, cool. Right, okay. Where are you, settings? Okay, it's turned my TV on. Interesting. All right, let's let me actually have whatever it is on here, but put the volume down. Okay, we're good. Right, okay, so HDR off, ALM on. Leave, okay, cool, no worries. ALM is on. Right, fully. Okay, cool. So now we've got that here. We've applied it. So we can go back out. Let me stick in the cartridge. Excellent. So right now we're cooking, I suppose. So what I am going to do now, let's go back here. Guys, I'm really not into N64, you know, so I really, really don't do it. So let's have a look. So what we'll do is we're going to go perfect dark again on both of them. Right, so let's press the buttons together. Right, and Analogue definitely loads it a little bit quicker. So maybe I can try and time it to press it on the Analogue like 5 seconds quicker or something. But let's okay, that's the performance log, or the performance stuff out there. Let's have a look. So the sound at the moment is from the M64. And you're going to see stuff come up, and it's going to be interesting here now because let's kind of see what does better. Oh man, why has it taken me to that? I really, all right, you know what? I'm going to try something crazy here, guys. I am now going to see if I can run both of these simultaneously because I'm an idiot. Okay. Yep. Yep. Okay, what's happened here? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I thought the M64 crashed, but did you see that? The image kind of froze there. The Analogue went into a black screen. It's not really much of a deal here, right? But what's kind of going on here? Are they more in sync? It's going to be difficult, guys, playing with two games. My brain is going to be fried. I might need to take a sip of my drink in a minute. Right, let me turn the sound down for M64 now. And let's blast it up for the Analogue 3D. By the way, the sound isn't very loud where I'm hearing it, but judging by the bars, it should be at a decent-ish level for you to kind of hear anyway. Okay. Okay, so it does that. It kind of freezes there rather than going to a black screen, right? I mean, to be honest, that's not a deal breaker in any type of thing, right? So, did I think I pressed the button there by accident. Here you go. Yeah, I did on the M64. Right, okay. So here we are. Can I play? Where are the stairs? Ooh. Oh man, this is tough playing two screens at once. Well, not really at once. Oof. Okay. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Wow, okay. I mean, you guys can have a look at the stats. It's hard for me to look at the stats. Alright, so let's go here and just stand here for a second. Let's go into the corner here. And what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to hold the sticks like... And that rotates me, right? So let's just... Sorry if your head is spinning. I just want to see... So both of them are around the same, right? So I'm just looking at the frames per second. Sorry, this is a bit of a crazy experiment. My head is actually spinning. Well, it should be. Right, okay, not bad. Seems pretty much on par with one another here. Okay. Oh. Okay, got that guy. Where is he on this side? Oh, this is really tough playing it like this. Was it down here? Okay, kind of interesting, but this is difficult to play. No, this is stock. Yeah, we're playing on stock at the moment, guys. Because you know what? We do a lot of overclocked on here whenever I play it. We don't really give stock enough love. And I think what I'm going to do for my next videos is I'm going to put this together with a... Right, this is tough to play. So I want to... let me give it a reset. And let me reset it here. Let's put on something like Donkey Kong and see what it does for the vines, right? How do the vines go? Right, is it? Check the fans inside the light shining. Oh, right. Okay. You know what? It's difficult doing it with both there, Rajiv. I have hit reset. So now let's go. And again, let's go into my no intro set. And I think if I press this, it goes down a page. I'm on the right thing. Yep. So trying to keep it all uniform here. That's Diddy. No, we don't want Diddy. All right, Donkey Kong 64. Oh wow, we're in different games here. I must have pressed it an extra time. Let me have a quick look. Okay, yeah, I did press it an extra time on one. Execution error, right? So let's go with Donkey Kong 64, the one right at the bottom out of all of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press it a little bit quicker on, so the first button's here. I'm going to press it a little bit quicker on the ModRetro M64 just to see if it kind of goes into sync, because it does take a little bit longer to load. So 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Right, okay, let's see. Let's see. I mean, I'd love it. Oh, nah. So not quite 4 Mississippi. Oh man, that one might have actually been on bloody time. Never mind. All right, you know what? It is what it is. We're round about where we are. So we're listening to the sound of the Analogue 3D, if anyone's wondering. I can't put both on because it will be a clang-a-tang. I am just going to take a sip of my drink. So let me mute my mic a second and turn this up. Join in two. Put your hands together if you want to clap as we take you through this monkey rap. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail. His coconut gun can fire in spurts. If he shoots ya, it's gonna hurt. He's bigger, faster, and stronger too. He's the first member of the DK crew. DK, Donkey Kong, DK, His heart's got style, so listen up to she could shrink in size. Okay, so I had a refreshing sip of my drink, and I spared you guys from hearing the glug glug. Right, very, like, what's the right word for it? Intense and slightly difficult-ish stream to do. Just because I've got two things and I'm not very ambidextrous. In fact, if anything, I've got two left hands. Guys, if you are enjoying this stream, then press that like button. It really helps. Sharing it, hyping it, if hyping is available for streams, also helps as well. Yo, Brandon, he ate, man. Oh, does it have a CRT shader on? Maybe it does, you know. Let's have a look. I always put it on clean, but it's weird. I don't know if it's saving like per game settings here, right? So display mode, yeah, you're right. Thank you for that. Let's go clean. That's what we want. Analog, keep it clean, please, right? By the way, guys, Brandon, he is freaking awesome. Every time like there's a new core out, like he finds the hacks for them. So with the recent Mortal Kombat cores for the Mister, this guy's got like other like Mortal Kombat 3 plus, Mortal Kombat 2 plus working on there. Very good and active member on my Discord server. So Brandon, appreciate you, my dude. Yo, we got yxkalle in here, dude. yxkalle, question here for you, right? The recent update that you have posted for the Nintendo 64 core, I noticed it loads larger ROMs. Does that mean that we can play Smash Brothers, whatever it is, Extra Super Plus on the Mister now, because it runs larger ROMs? That's my question, because when I tried running them on the M64 with a summer car or the EverDrive, actually I think it was the EverDrive, it didn't load. It said the ROM was too big. Often that's what she said, but yeah, it was too big for that kind of sucks. Right, I want to get to the vine part. Do I have to press the start button to get to the vines, guys, or does it just automatically happen after this? I can't remember. Let's see. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go. We're on the vine. I'm glad I didn't press anything. So let's see. So we're in original hardware mode. We're not in overclocked mode or anything like that. So let's see if Donkey Kong makes the vines. Has he already gone for the vines? Oh, here we go. The vines are here. Right. So I'm looking at ModRetro. Where's he going to go? Where's he going to go? Okay. Is he supposed to get those vines there? Okay. So it looks like on Analogue. If that's supposed to be a kind of benchmark for something that's supposed to be accurate, Well, Donkey Kong missed the vines on the ModRetro M64, but Donkey Kong caught the vines on the Analogue 3D, which is kind of interesting because I remember around the launch time of Analogue 3D, someone did a video where they actually said in that video that Analogue is not accurate because it's not getting the vines, but Analogue have had a head start, right? So they've obviously had time to refine the vines, right, as literally to say that. So kind of interesting this. I wonder if ModRetro will it's hardly a benchmark. No, I wouldn't say exact a massive benchmark or anything like that. Just one of those things that on original hardware Donkey Kong catches the vines. It looks like on the Analogue he catches it, but on ModRetro it doesn't. Now this isn't to say that this can't be resolved in the future. Remember, Analogue have had like a, what was it, a year head start, maybe longer. So you know, Analogue are catching the vines, and ModRetro are not. However, look, I have to say, when I've done the stream on Tuesday, when it comes to just playing the M64, it feels like an N64 when you're playing it, right? It feels good. It didn't feel bad. I didn't play it thinking, you know what, this is no good. Let me just swap the sound over now between, that's Analogue 3D down and M64 up, right? It felt like it. Now, if you put everything under a microscope, you're going to find differences, right? And this is what happens. It's what it means to you. It's what it feels like to you. Sometimes the difference between like 80% accuracy and 100% accuracy, some people may not feel it. Some people may feel the difference between 99 accuracy, 99% and a 100%. I'm kind of curious to see if it does the loop, but it is quite long. So what do you reckon, guys? Do you guys want to see another thing? Do you want to see another Vine run when this wrap ends, hopefully? Or shall we go to the test ROMs now and see? I've got 4 test ROMs available, which are meant for original hardware, and I think it's best to run them in original hardware mode to see how they go. I posted a pic from Smash Remix on the N64. Oh, nice one, yxkalle. You're a damn legend, man. Absolutely brilliant. So that'd be good to play. So that's interesting now, because I don't think we can play those via a flash cart at the moment on either original hardware or the EverDrive or the Summer Cart. I could be wrong, correct me if I am, but we can play it on the Mister now because yxkalle has tweaked the N64 to be able to read larger ROMs. So super duper work there, man. Amazing. Right, let's have a look. What's happening here? So they're both kind of frozen. I wonder if that was something on my side there. I've got good internet now, guys. I swapped from Virgin, who are terrible, to Hyper Optic. So yeah, not Hyper Optic, Community Fiber, right? Okay, so I want to see. I want it to go through that Vine thing again. But what I'm going to do now is I'm not going to try and time the button presses a few seconds later to see if it's a match is too random. I'm just going to press them at the same time to the best of my ability with my 2 thumbs on the A button, and hope that some of the stuff does load up at the same time. I don't really expect it to each and every time, but it'll be interesting if it does. So guys, shall we do a test ROM, or do you want to see it loop around to the vines again? Plan to switch to them eventually too. Yeah, Rajiv, you know what? To be honest, I was only with Virgin because they were the best option I had for a long time. But for the past like 3 weeks or so, every time I was uploading a 4K video to YouTube, like, so I simultaneously very often upload a video to YouTube, the same video, the YouTube, Patreon and X. So all of a sudden I've got massive uploads. Virgin, my connection, literally my internet would just die out. Like, it was horrible. So Community Fiber gave me a year free, and then after a year it's £23 a month. And I've got 1 gig up, 1 gig down, and I do get that speed. Right, are we gonna go to the vines? Not quite. Okay, we're on some train part over here. Okay. Okay, yeah, you know what? They were just horrible, man. For me, at least recently, right? Right, okay, so now let's go and so let's do a reset here, and let's do a reset on the Analogue 3D as well. So I'm going to go for a test ROM, guys. Unless you've got suggestions for games that we can run simultaneously, I am going to go for the test ROMs. And so what we'll do is we'll do whichever one is first in the list, but we will go through all 4, right? So now let's go here. So we got this one here, MGC 2011. So I've gathered these up. There's different GitHub projects that have them. There's different ones around some other forums. Now, all of these ones, as far as I know, pass on original hardware, right? So here we go, guys. So guys, if you're after some high octane stuff, it might get technical and a little bit boring here. Earthworm Jim is one of the one. Oh, right. Okay, cool. I mean, we're starting with vanilla, then we're gonna go to overclock. And when we go to overclock, I don't want to go back to vanilla. We're gonna run it that way, right? So let's press this. I haven't tested, I'm not sure if I've done this one before. And hopefully it's one that just automatically runs through. Wow, okay. Right. So here's the test ROM that we tried. And we haven't seen any graphics or anything. It's just outright failed on so yeah, no worries, N64 fan, how you doing? It's just failed on the M64. Wow, okay. Let's just make sure. Oops, sorry, no scan lines. I don't want scan lines. Pressing the wrong button here, sorry. I just want to make sure that, okay, yeah, so we are running original hardware, so we can try that on overclocked after, but I will try and run that again. So let's go out of here. Let's see if we can run it. So reset core over here. And I'll try and run it again, guys, but it didn't even run, it just went straight into fail. And both of them are in all right, let's go here. Let's go and run it again. I get the feeling if it did fail once, it's unlikely. Okay, so while the Analogue 3D is running this test ROM, let's now go over and we're just going to do this. We're going to go back to original mode. I'm just curious as to whether it will work in overclocked mode, just to see if that's going to make a difference. Likely it's not going to go and make a difference. Whoops, sorry. Okay, history. So let's see if it were okay. No, so that didn't make a difference, not even in the slightest. So at least it seems in certain things, as far as stuff that runs on original hardware, it does seem like M64 have got some catching up to do, which is understandable, right? They've not been out as long, but you do wonder to yourself that the Analogue have a lot of experience in FPGA. Will they ever catch up to Analogue, or will they ever be able to get that kind of level of accuracy that Analogue have? Okay, so this is interesting. So we've tried it a few times on the M64, twice on original hardware mode, once with the highest level of overclock, and we've not reached that. So check if the car lands in the water. Beetle Adventure. Okay, you know what? I'm really down for doing the attract modes, because it's very bloody difficult to play with two controllers, man. I can just about play with one. Having to do two, nah, that's not gonna be a thing. Right, okay. So let's go, before going to another test ROM, let's go to yxkalle and do Beetle. Guys, look out for stuff here, because I might not be able to see everything here. I'm gonna reset my my Analogue, my 3D. For anyone that's just coming in, just to show you my setup, right? So there you go, guys. That's the two consoles there. These are comics in the background. You can see Dandy and Beano. I don't have a lot of space, so I have to specifically bring them out just to use them. And as well as that, guys, this is how I'm playing it now. So I've got my YouTube on the left, where I'm looking at the comments and everything, and then I'm looking at the two screens on half of my ultra wide monitor. But I'm jiggy with it, man. I'm good with it. Like there's no issues here with that. It's all right. Let me have a look at something here. Okay, right, let's have a look here. So you said Beetle Adventure, right? So let's go into both. We're going to no intro, so we're just we're running vanilla ROMs. Okay, so Beetle Adventure. So let me press down to take it down a page. Beetle Adventure, by the way, guys, is a really, really good game. Like a really, really good game, right? So we're close to it. So what we'll do is Beetle Adventure Racing. We'll go USA, baby, USA. Beetle Adventure USA, right? So we're on the same one, right? Yes, we are, right? Okay. Okay, right. So I'm going to press A together. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh, what happened? Oh man, what happened there? No controller in port 1. No, there's a controller in port 1, dude. I've been using it, right? Okay. No, no controller pack, right? How do I get this controller pack? Okay. Let me keep pressing A here. Right, sorry. Okay, yeah, that's cool. No save found. Okay. I think it looks like there's a shader on again. Okay, cool. Right. Why is the analog going into this bloody shader every time? I don't want the shader. I want that clean look every time, and I wanted to save it. I generally don't use that, right? Okay, let's have a look here, guys. So have a look, yxkalle, what were you looking out for, right? So we've got the attract mode, and a good thing about, okay, I missed it on the 3D. Did it fall in the water? So, with the Nintendo 64, the good thing is, a lot of the games, because it didn't have like CD, the amount of memory or the amount of space you have on a CD, right? So a lot of the FMVs in games, or a lot of the attract mode and everything, was it was just actual the gameplay engine running, right? Which was, it took up a lot less space than actually running a video in there. So that's really, really darn good. Okay, so it's looking, yxkalle, did you miss it? Or was it all on point? I mean, this is looking pretty similar to me. Even the difference isn't too significant or anything like that. So that's cool. And what sound are we listening to? We're listening to the M64 sound at the moment, guys. Again, just trying to let you guys hear one sound at a time. So look. Yo, E.G. Varoom in the house, guys. E.G. Varoom has a first-person shooter coming out for the Game Boy called Wolf, and who doesn't like wolves, right? So he's got that coming out on the 13th of August, and he's an indie developer, and he's actually a decent guy as well. So if you're into Game Boy, definitely check out his game. I'll have it in the news video. I've got it scheduled in my notes for that. Hopefully I'll get a chance to play it as well. But I really wanted to do this stream over here. So any shouts out for attract mode? What other games has got attract mode? Maybe we can run 2 Mario Karts. I've actually got cartridges. I've got 2 cartridges of Mario Kart, so I can actually run real cartridges of Mario Kart. I've got other karts as well, but the only cartridges I've got 2 copies of here with me today is actually Mario Kart, because I borrowed one. We've done Donkey Kong 64, dude. We done that. You must have joined after that, but yeah, we ran that for quite a bit. This technical stuff can be a little bit boring, and I don't want to make it too boring. Oh, both missed the vine. No, Analogue got the vine, dude. Analogue got the vine. Analogue jumped and got the vines, from what I recall. Or did they didn't both miss it, did they? I'm pretty sure Analogue got it, right? At least from what I saw, right? Unless I'm missing something here. By the way, guys, we've got 64 Nintendo 64 people watching, but I've only got 16 likes. Press that like button, man. Yo, Matthews, how you doing there, bud? Right, okay. So now let's go. I'm gonna press reset on Analogue 3D. Let's go into the menu here. And anyone wondering how to because you haven't really got a reset switch on it, but you can go into the menu and do it. I wish if there was a quicker way of doing it, but that is the way. So you know what, let's do another test run, because no one's really mentioned the game there. What's happened here? No. Oh, here we go. Okay, all right. Okay, so remember, we're still on original hardware mode. So we've done this one first, so let's do this one. Nintendo 64 test cartridge, and I may not go in for individual tests. I may just go for the full test, whatever it does. Usually there's an option to say do everything. Hopefully it just runs the process, right? So let's have a look here. Has it crashed on both, or is something happening here? Okay, well, it's doing something, and it seems to be doing very, very similar things here. Oh, okay, both cars splash into water. Right, cool. Thank you for that. Let's have a look here. Okay, so it looks like I like these tests where I don't need to do anything. It just runs something through. So at least the ModRetro is doing better here than the first one, right? Because the first one, it just said fail. It said fail, while the Analogue 3D seemed to be doing absolutely fine with it. So I think based on what we're seeing here now, you know, if you had to say which one is more accurate, based on what we've seen so far, it sounds like it's the Analogue 3D that's the winner. But you do have to ask yourself, you know, the open side of the M64, what are they going to bring? Are the community going to get behind it? Are they going to release other cores? But if we're looking at the current, right, remember, always go with what you can see and what is in hand rather than on the promise. Then right now, from what we've seen so far, Analogue 3D looks like the better option. But then the price comes into it as well. I think the Analogue 3D is like, is it $70 more or around that? It's a little bit more, maybe actually maybe less now because it's $230 now. That so what's that, $270? So $40 more is what you're paying for that. And oh, and by the way, with the Analogue 3D, you get HDMI cable, but you don't get one with the M64. That's no big, you know. I've got lots of HDMI cables, right? I think I need to press something here. So here we go. Okay, let's go for auto test. Right, so we're just gonna go auto test. Let's do that on both. Okay, so we're getting a lot of fails on the M64, guys. And you know, this is why I like doing this stuff live, because I have no idea what's gonna happen, what we are gonna get into over here. I really wanted to set a camera up on the two devices, you know, the ones that I showed you, which I think are here. There, no, this one here, sorry. Here, I wanted to show you the two devices. I wanted to have a camera on there so you could see everything in there, but I didn't get a chance to do it. I was running around and I actually thought that I was going to start the stream late. Right, okay, so auto test complete. Again, guys, this is stuff that is comparing it, or these are tests that pass on original hardware. They're currently passing on the Analogue 3D, but they are not passing on the M64. But always do keep in mind as well, guys, that when you're playing a game, are you going to be able to tell the difference between are you going to be able to tell the difference while you're playing the game? Because that's something I have to point out as well. So, you know, this is, like I said, we're doing this stuff live, so we can have a look. No, okay, no. So I want to go for, what's this? Oh, individual test burn-in, right? Okay, we don't need to look at that. So let's reset both. We've got two more tests, but let's do some games, preferably in a track mode, because it is difficult to play. So let's reset core over here. So we've tried two different test ROMs on here, and the Analogue has passed both of them and the M64 has failed both of them. This isn't, you know, this is just the fact of what we're seeing over here now. So let's go for a, whoops, bad D-pad. By the way, that D-pad's on the ModRetro, I'm using the 8-bit DOE controller, and on the Analogue, I'm using the NSO Nintendo Switch controller, which, by the way, I really, really do like. Feels very, very authentic. So let's go. What have I got in? Is it in my hacks? GoldenEye, Mario Kart with Ranma. No. Okay, so Smash Remix isn't going to work on either. I know that already because I did try it. Where is the? So let's go ROM hacks. There's an interesting ROM hack actually. We might have to try some of that stuff in Overclocked at some point. Hopefully it's on here. No, maybe it's not on here. That might have been on, that might be on my EverDrive. You know what? Let's do one of the Super Mario Odyssey. So you know what? Let's do. Well, let's do. You know, it's an interesting one. I don't know if this is the latest one. Wow, why is that? Oh, wow, that's really weird. Both of these are frozen. I wonder if it's got something to do with my okay. Oh, no, they haven't. Sorry, my bad. Maybe I was doing something there. My bad. Right, so let's go. What was I going to do? Let's run this. Oh, okay. No. Maybe. All right, that's an INI. So, my bad, guys. Sorry. Pokemon Kart, right? Let's run this. It will have the Mario Kart track mode on there, so we can run that and have a quick look. Okay. Yeah, Analogue are just always silent with stuff. So we got the sound coming from the M64. Welcome to Pokemon Kart. Nice. Let's just leave it. So watching a little bit of an attract mode over here. Okay, is that so? yxkalle, are you talking about ModRetro pushing a new firmware? I mean, to be honest, they have to. As far as turning it on and playing it, like most stuff is gonna work well. I know they've got a compatibility list of stuff that has known issues at the moment, so they definitely can't claim to be the most accurate, right? Because a lot of stuff isn't working on there, at least not as well as it is on analog stuff. But a lot of games you will play. Look, in all honesty, right, when it comes to the N64, I am actually very happy with the Mr. FPGA core. Everything that I want to play works on that Mr. I have no reason for the Analogue 3D and the M64 to play Nintendo 64 because I am good with that core. The core Robert Paper's done, it scratches every itch I can get for the N64, right? Now, if we get a recomp, we get a PC port for a Nintendo 64 game, I'm sorry, man, it just, there is zero reason to play it on an N64 and Analogue 3D or the M64. I'm talking about Star Fox. Once you play that in ultra wide screen at 166 FPS, whatever my monitor does, it is nuts. It's got some 4K textures, but I don't think the entire game is done yet. You play Mario Kart, again, ultra wide, just looking really good, super high frame rate. It looks good. Now, you could argue that, right, so the Super Nintendo games, Mega Drive games, 8 and 16-bit era, I like them the way they are. I don't really want recomps or anything like that. So I'm good for that. They're beautiful the way they are. But Nintendo 64, remember, this is like the earliest days of 3D, right? Not the earliest, but earliest days. And they were really trying to do 3D stuff, and the power wasn't there, or people didn't know how to work the hardware properly. So they were really trying. So obviously now you've got these ports that are just making it better. You've got potentially what the developers would have loved if they had the hardware, but now we have it on PC. So all there. The biggest issue, in my opinion, built-in memory card isn't implemented. Oh, what is that with the M64? I'm not even paying attention to that, man. Like, guys, these consoles, the Analogue 3D lives in my cupboards. Whenever there's a new update out, I just updated before this stream, by the way, to the latest update. It's going to go back in the cupboard, right? No, I've got no reason to play it. Maybe if I had a larger house, I'd have stuff set up, but I don't, right? The ModRetro is kind of living on my floor on that picture that I showed you guys, which I think might be, I keep showing you the wrong one. This one over here, right? This is where it lives at the moment, on top of a dandy book on the floor. But as soon as, like, give it a week or two, it's gonna go back in the box, guys, and it's only ever gonna come out if I need to do a video. That's just me. I don't care for this console too much because I played multiplayer on it, man. I don't have those friends. We don't hang around like that anymore. We see each other once or twice a year. You know, I've still got that N64 from that era. My mate gave it to me, so I don't have that. I can't get 4-player GoldenEye like back in the day. I can't get that buzz going again. 4-player Mario Kart, not like that. So let's have a look. Right, okay. So guys, anything else to run? Anything else that's gonna really strain it, put a strain on it in a track mode, right? All right, okay. All right, sorry guys, just checking my phone. Right, okay. So anyone? I want to reset. I want to go back to the menu in the meantime. I have got low latency mode on, so you should be able to. Yeah, when I speak, you should be able to hear me like maybe 5 seconds later. So reset core. Here we go. Oh, KI Gold, yeah, KI Gold's good. I can't really play it though, but so what is this? Warning, controller pack detected in port 1. Press the pack. That was okay. So what have I done here? Update pack now. Okay. I'm just gonna discard the changes. I don't know what's happened there. Have I done something to always have that controller pack? I don't know what I've done there, by the way. Is it something in options? No, okay, cool. Right. Anyone else got a suggestion there? No, man, yxkalle, I love Mario Kart 64, man. To be honest, I'd probably say it's my favorite one. But just that's a lot of that is down to the nostalgia that I had, you know, like I said at that time, playing with it. What we've got in hacks and homebrew. Oh, I've got quite. Oh, okay. This is where we might have that. Oh, let's go. Let's see how Mario Kart. Oops. Let's see if Mario Kart widescreen kind of works on here. And then we're going to do Mario Blade Chronicles, because that one yeah, it only works. It doesn't work on the Mister too well. It only works on the Analogue 3D well, and I don't think it works on the M64 when I did my initial live stream. But let's go and check this. Okay. And what we're listening to, right? I'm going to go to the sound of the Analogue 3D now. Is this really widescreen? Because I'm not really seeing widescreen here. Yo, Neo Severa, how you doing there, man? Guys, Neo Severa is Mr. Neo Geo. Legend has it that one day he bled, and when he bled, the Neo Geo theme sound came out of his veins, and the blood spelled NG. So there you go, guys. This guy is true Neo Geo, man. Dude, thanks for dropping by, man. Okay. This game in PAL's like walking on the moon. To be honest, we grew up with PAL over here, man. We played a lot of PAL games. I thought I played them in NTSC, or I played them via SCART 60 Hz, but nah, I played PAL when I played this stuff here. And Amorphic widescreen, dude. Oh, okay, cool. All right, well, no worries. We've got Mario 64 here. Let's put on that Mario Blade Chronicles then, right? Reset core. Neil Severa, I'm not sure. I haven't tried that. I'll let you know later, yeah? So where was it? I think it was in... Sorry, I like pressing both of them together. Where are we? Not my hacks. Oh, no, sorry. It was in hacks and homebrew, right? Let's go down to Mario Blade Chronicles. Let's try and skip a page down. Be smart. I think is this one here. Right on Mario Blade Chronicles. Mario Blade Chronicles. Right, I'm on both the right ones. Let's go press A. Right, now this one here on the Mister, the graphics are all busted. And I think the Analogue 3D started getting it right last time I tried it. So let's see after this update. But I think the M64, there you go, it has the same issues as the Mister on this ROM hack. So I'm going to just move it right and just kind of walk around here a bit. But there you go, guys. So when it comes down to a ROM hack, now I need to try this ROM hack on original hardware, because oof. Let's see. Oof. Okay, sorry guys, I'm moving both controllers simultaneously. But yeah, so there's going to be some ROM hacks like this one that kind of work a lot better. I don't know if it breaks later on the Analogue 3D as well. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, I kind of knew about this one, so I'm not going blind into this one. I just know this one, when I tried it on Mister, it didn't work. It didn't work on Analogue initially, but after they put out some updates, it started working. I was really surprised because, you know, sometimes you like checking out these ROM hacks to see exactly what it can, or what it can and can't do. So kind of interesting here, right? I don't need to show you guys all this flicker. So I will go for a reset. Gonna get a reset. And for the Analogue, I just need to press the reset button. So at least now, guys, as it's looking, it's definitely looking like Analogue is the winner over here. So far. All right, let's have a look. Okay, that's my, wow, okay. My Right, so my capture card sometimes has a little freeze on reset. Right, let's have a look. So let's go. Should we go 64 disk drive? Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, I got an idea as well. We'll look at that after. So 64 disk drive. Let's do something like F0, because F0 is just cool. Let's go here. Let me have a look at some of the chat. Oh, can you do that? Yeah, can you try the double tap the nub? Right. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Right. Oh, what's happened? What's happened here? What's going on with the M64? Sorry, I was reading some of the comments there. Okay, so this has not loaded on there. That's, I don't know. Let me try that again. Let's reset the core. And what we're doing, we've been going for nearly an hour now, so I think it might be time to unleash the beast and use that again. So 64DD. I just realized I could have gone to history and done that. All right, let's go. Come on, M64, load up. Also, I've done 2 tests there. So yeah, I've done 2 tests. So right, okay, so okay, N64DD loading with summer cart hasn't been fixed on M64, I guess. I guess not. I guess not. But let's go. I wanted to try one more thing, right? So we don't need to do this test any further because okay, let's have a look. I had an idea. Oh yeah, that's it. So I've been given some point and click games a while ago, which are ports of popular point and click games that Mark Ferret, forget, well, first name is Mark, right? Let's just go with Discworld. And yeah, they ported these over to the N64. So these are classic point and click games using LibDragon to port that stuff over. So that's kind of interesting. Give it a second. Hopefully it'll load up on both. And what sound we're listening to, right? So I'm going to turn Analog 3D sound down. I'm going to turn M64 sound. I'm going to turn it up, but I don't know how much sound we'll get in the intro. But Discworld, I'm not sure if they've made it available. I know the guy that ported these over, he has a Patreon. He was kind enough to hook me up with all of these. I think I've done some videos on it and whatnot. So kind of interesting here. I don't know if I need to start. Maybe I should press start because it does have quite a long intro. Here we go. Enjoy that. I'm going to take a sip of my drink and just turn my mic down a second, guys. Okay, do Alex 64? I'm not quite sure, but we can give them a run for sure. Just wanted to have a look at this Discworld intro, but it seems to be running fine on both, to be honest. In regard to the games being in sync, it's hard to launch them properly because when I press the buttons, even if I press them, I'm gonna be out like, you know, maybe like, I don't know, like 1/60th, 2/60th of a second in the button presses. I'll try and get them as accurate as I can, but by the time the games load, the speeds are different. So the only way I'd be able to match them is if I was doing a video, because then I'll do 2 separate recordings. I would then find a common frame near the beginning, and I would play both of them simultaneously from that frame, and then you could see how much they're going out. I mean, it'll be an interesting video. It just takes time. You know, if I wanted to do a video, I'd have to dig out the N64, connect it to an upscaler, record it, and then record these games, and then like put them all together, right, to see how everything kind of runs. Right, okay, so anyway, look, what did someone say? Oh, Alex64 games. Hopefully I've got a folder on there called Alex64. Certainly hope I have. All right, let's have a look. So what we'll do is after Alex60, oh yeah, I've got Alex64, it's right at the top. Right, okay, we'll do this and then we're gonna go to Unleashed mode. We're gonna put everything, we're not doing anything in between. We've had everything on original hardware. But now we are gonna put everything on, let's go Magical Tetris. Who doesn't like Tetris? Then we're gonna put everything on Unleashed mode, right? The highest version of it, right? Whether it's called Unleashed or Insane or whatever these guys want to call it. If you have a Superstation, you don't need an Analogue 3D. To be honest, guys, I kind of agree with that. Like I said, my itch is scratched with what the Mister gives me, you know. But for anyone that's really into Nintendo 64, then, you know, one of these devices could be the device for you. Not sure what's happened here. Does the Analogue 3D play Alex 64? Because it looks like they've both kind of conked out here. At least, I don't know if this could be a summer cart thing, or if this could be something on the device or just something that just hasn't been updated. So far, reviews comparing both have been have you picked the best console? Well, Neil, the stuff that we're seeing here today, Analogue is overall performing better, especially when it comes to the test ROMs. The ModRetro M64 failed on both, whereas the Analogue passed on both of them. We've still got another 2 test ROMs to do. So let's actually do one more test ROM on. We'll do it before we go actually into Unleashed mode. So let's do the 3rd test ROM, so you can be here for it. Let's have a look. Let's just get the images back up. Hopefully the other one comes back up as well. Okay, come on. What's happened to my capture card? Don't go dying on me. All right, let's have a look. Why has the Analogue 3D capture not come back up? Let me have a look. Okay, so Analogue 3D, let me deactivate and activate. Hopefully, okay, I don't know what's happened here, guys. Legit don't know what's happened, right? I have to like follow the wires. No, that's all in there. Let me, give me a second, guys. Just, I've got a, right now that's gone off. Let's see. So let's come back home. We should get a picture there. Right, why has, come on. Okay, interesting here. Let me power cycle the Analogue 3D. Hopefully it will come back up. Let's have a look. Come on now, both of you be good now. I haven't changed anything there. This is just randomly happened here, guys. Hopefully it will. M64 is on, so we should really be getting a picture. What the heck is going on here now, guys? Okay. All right. Analog 3D picture. Analog should come up as well. What is going on? All right. So ModRetro is back up. All right. What the heck could it be? I can see it. It's coming through because I've got the Analog 3D connected to the TV. Why is it not coming up here though? That's super annoying. All right. Right, I'm kind of flicking things on that button. Okay. Guys, I have no idea what is going on over here now. Right, let's I might swap the capture cards over to see if that does anything. They're both on. They both should be giving some kind of image. If not, what I could do is I could just make it simple, put it on one capture card, and then just let that run through. Right, I've got that here. Just double checking the cables and everything. Really sorry about this, guys. Right, okay. Right, I'm going to swap the capture devices over now. Oh, that will now actually, let's keep them the same. Let's see. Disconnecting and connecting. If not, they're going to get swapped around. Right. Why has the Analogue 3D just decided, let me change the USB port on my device. Well, that's a bit of a bummer, man. We're about to do bloody unleashed mode, and I really don't understand why it's done this. Okay, so we've got that. Any suggestions, guys? Anyone know, Elgato, why the heck has this just happened? I'm gonna here we go. We're back. I can't explain it. I deactivated and I activated it. Wow. Okay. I thought that was going to kill the stream. That was freaking annoying, man. Right. Okay. So now let's go and let's load up this cartridge. Wow. Yeah. I don't, you know what? I really, it's weird sometimes. Sometimes it's done that previously and I don't know why. It's weird sometimes. I mean, once it's working, it's working. That's why, like, I thought I was going to be a little bit late on the stream, right? So let's go into settings here. And what I want to do now is, okay, let's get back out here into quick cartridge. So we can turn on unleashed mode. So let's go here. No, not force original hardware. Let's turn that off. So we're going to go unleashed, and I want it to stay on unleashed. So now unknown cartridge, that's fine. I think the ModRetro, we can do it from here anyway. So now what we're going to do now is let's go over to lab, and now let's go to their one insane. So now what we're doing, guys, is we are now doing them on like their highest setting, like the best I guess they have to offer. So let's start this with a test ROM. All right, so let's go here. Did we do, I don't think, did we do the third test ROM? I don't remember if we did or not, you know, did we only do two? I think we were going to do this one, right? And then all of a sudden it kind of crashed out. So let's go and do this now. Oh, okay, this is interesting. So now this has failed on the Analogue 3D, but not on ModRetro 64. What's going on? Assertion failure. Please run ROM. Oh, I need to run it in NTSC mode. Why? Okay. So how do I change that? I want to make sure everything is kind of fair. So it's given us a thing here. So how do I run this in NTSC mode? All right. Okay. Do I need to go back out or? Is it, how do I make sure it's in NTSC mode, right? Okay, so okay, region auto. So let's actually select NTSC here. Okay, let's now run that test again and see if it still crashes out, then hey, you know what? It's gonna get something up on that. Okay, cool, right? We're both on here now. So is there a way to run everything in here? Start open menu, LR toggle test. I really don't want to go through lots and lots of manual tests. So let's go start to open some kind of menu. Nope, nothing there. Okay, so all right, let's go with the first one. And RDRAM 9th bit. Okay. So very, very weird. We've got different pictures on each one, but we've selected the same option. I'll be honest with you guys, I have no idea what we're looking at here. Okay. Does it finish by itself or? Okay, so I'll press start there on both of them, by the way, guys. Let me put the volume down on both. All right, okay. So, right, let's now do the second test. Okay, so okay on the analog. So on the analog, I had to change the region auto. For some reason, I guess it was going to PAL. So let's go here. Let's do the next one. One cycle, no sync. Okay. All right. So at least what we're finding now is, or what we have found out throughout this stream, we are on unleashed mode on both. It does seem like when it comes to the test stuff, the Analogue 3D definitely performs better than the ModRetro 64. But, you know, it's down to you which one you get. You know, how does this perform or how does this translate to real life stuff, right? Don't really know. But okay, we've got a picture on the Analogue 3D and we haven't got one there. What does it mean? I haven't got a freaking clue. Okay. I really hope my capture card doesn't decide to go AWOL again. The HD60, by the way, the one that I'm the one that I'm using with the Analogue 3D, actually, it doesn't like changes of visual frequencies. The 4K one is better. Right, let's go. Okay. So this one here, look, it's failed on the analog, but on the ModRetro, I've just got a black screen. It says span test okay, span test fail. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go. What's going on here? Okay. I might need to enter it again on. Right. Let's have a look. Hey, what's going on here with the M64? What? Oh, here we go. We're back in. Right. Okay. Let's load this again. Let's go to the next one. Okay. All right. So again, pass on analog, fail on ModRetro. Do the next one. Okay. It's looking good on both of them. Quite psychedelic there, guys. You know what, yxkalle, what would be interesting is to see what else comes to this. You know, it's supposed to be open source, but I don't know how easy it is to work with, and I don't know if any of the community would want to get behind this. You know, so I do wonder to myself what will happen with this. Okay, so whatever test this is, it looks like it's doing well for both. Cool stuff there. Let that light, the writing go off. I'll press start and we'll get out of here. Okay, let's do next one. Okay, this screen should wobble. Okay, interesting. They're both wobbling, but on the analog we've got an image, and on the ModRetro we haven't, right? So I'm going to imagine that that image is supposed to be there. Let's have a look. Again, I actually don't know what most of this means, right? This is just stuff that's out there, right? Is that the final one, or is there, does a list go on? We'll check after this. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're doing a bit of Arkanoid down there. And again, overall, it does seem like the analog is winning in these tests. Right, okay. Is there more? No, that's it. Right, okay, that's cool. Let's go. There's one more. We'll do some games in Unleash mode. And we'll then we'll then do the final kind of test that we've got. Right, what shall we do? Have we any recommendations in here? Let's have a look. Right, okay. Oh, was someone saying it was the HDMI cable? I mean, the HDMI cable's all right. They're obviously working. What's the IQ stuff? I can't even remember what that is now. Oh, F0 IQ. Let's run this on both devices. Oh, wow, that looked like it was actually pretty much in sync when that came up. I mean, if it is out, it's definitely going to be less than a second. That looks okay. We've got like that little stuff on the side of the screen on both. So interesting. Now give us a good little attract mode. Okay, this is looking pretty bang on. Oh, wow, it's random, right? Okay. But both of those cars pretty much crashed at the same part. So that was kind of interesting, even though they are different cars. Trying to work out if... okay, so I don't know if this attract mode is with random cars. That's kind of interesting. And guys, if you are enjoying this stream, then pressing that like button helps the channel. Just to give you a heads up, well, give you an idea of where I'm streaming. There you go. That's the 2 console down there with summer carts in there. And this is how I'm actually viewing it, because I've got both just coming through OBS. Oh, we got good soundtrack for this. Let's play the soundtrack. Forgot about that. You know what? PC ports win when it comes to this, man. When it comes to this stuff here, PC ports just freaking smash it, man. No, there is zero contest when it comes to that stuff. Yeah, do you know what, the unloved homie? I think that I've got a 3rd capture card, but it was difficult enough doing it with 2. We had it disappear on the Analogue 3D for a bit, and I actually thought, okay, at one point I'm going to bring up a single screen and swap between them, but somehow it came back, and I can't understand why, because all I did was deactivate it and activate it. It didn't happen the first time. Messed around with some stuff, random stuff. Can't explain why it happened. But this looks like it's running really well on both of them, to be honest. I can't really say there's anything here that looks better than the other. It does feel like the timing's gone out like a fraction of a second. So obviously if you left it running a longer period of time, that timing will go out, right? I want PixelNinja to sing along to Happy Song in Yoshi's Story, right? Okay, I don't know the lyrics, but you know, I can probably rickroll you with it or something. So let's go and run that. So let's go here. Let's go. Yeah, so glad it's all still working. Right, so you know what? Did you say Yoshi's Story, right? Let's go down to our no intro. And let's go all the way down to the bottom. Whoops. Oh. Yoshi's Story. Let's go USA Z64. And let's go. Let's run this. Hopefully this has got a good attract mode as well. So we're listening to the sound from the Analogue 3D at the moment, guys. All right, guys, please don't unsubscribe. yxkalle asked me to do that, and he is a channel member, which means I have to listen to what he says, otherwise he will withdraw support for my channel. Don't withdraw support. In fact, I encourage more of you guys to sign up and join. I will sing if I have to. No worries, man. It is, see, this is the whole point of stream is to have some fun. Now, this isn't as much fun as just playing random games and chatting, but it is kind of interesting seeing where these two devices are. You know, we've got many ways of playing Nintendo 64. I feel like Nintendo 64 emulation has gotten better. I love that we've got these recomps and PC ports because they're freaking fantastic. And then we've got these devices as well, these FPGA devices, man. It's nuts, right? The song When You Beat a Level is even better. Nah, there ain't going to be any beating levels. If anything, I want to beat these two controllers in my head, man. And then Mrs. Pixel is going to come and beat me because she's going to go, what the heck are you doing? I went out to a restaurant today, actually, to my friend's restaurant. He's the one that I was like, dude, can I take your summer cart? And he was like, yeah, he's got it in his office in his restaurant. And I actually trolled him. You know, you can put a menu soundtrack on this. I got him the summer cart. When I first got the Analogue 3D, I bought a summer cart, but I had an EverDrive, so I thought, oh, let me hook him up with it. So I put like me and my kids just, I can't remember what we were saying. We were trolling him. So every time he turned on his N64, he got a loop of that playing instead of the menu music. It was really funny. Yeah, so in the end I said, like, is it doing your head? And he goes, yeah, a little bit. So I said, no problem. So we just removed that from him. But he's the same guy that gave me the PVM, man. Awesome guy. Yeah, so he's playing it on a different PVM that he got. How does the build quality compare? You know what? I have to say, build quality for both consoles is actually really darn good, man. Really, really darn good. Both 3D printed. Now, the ModRetro M64, it looked ugly when I had a look, pictures and everything of it. But in all honesty, once I actually got it and I've got it in hand, it doesn't look that bad. I went for the transparent color here. You're going to see it here. See, I went for that transparent color, and they're both decent build quality. Now, I have to be honest here, and I'm a sucker for transparent stuff. I like transparent stuff, so I actually prefer the transparentness of the M64 parts of it that you can see over the Analogue 3D. But I didn't buy a limited edition one. You know, I got the white one. It's funny actually how I got the Analogue 3D. I wasn't interested in getting one, to be honest, and a friend of mine was he was like, he wanted to get one. I remember I was at the dentist and I ordered it, and I ordered him one because he was like, can you order it for me? And I was like, yeah. I remember family dental appointment, and I ordered it. Let me just make sure. Yeah, Insane is on. And he thought it was coming like the next week around Christmas, and it wasn't. Those were limited edition ones. They were shipping straight away, so I had to wait a while. And when he got it, he weren't that bothered about it. And where I had it, in the end, I just ended up paying him cost for it, whatever it cost. Like, I think it cost the best part of £300 with all the taxes and everything. So I ended up with it. You know, in all honesty, it's not something I'm playing, man. It's something I do videos with. That's it. Right. What other game was there? You know what? I feel like we should chill out with a little bit of maybe the Zelda games. Let's do Majora's Mask, because I think oops, sorry, wrong button there. I think Majora's Mask has got a good attract mode, if I'm not mistaken. So is it under L? Is it Legend or The Legend? I can't remember how. Oh no, it's Legend. Okay, cool. Majora's Mask. Okay, so which version should we go for? Earth Ocarina of Time or? Okay, so let's just go for this one down here. Right, okay, let's have a look. Here we go, guys. And I think we'll do Ocarina of Time as well. I have the aqua blue analog. How is the ModRetro controller? I don't have the ModRetro controller, man. I'm using the 8-bit DOE N64 controller with the ModRetro, and I'm using the NSO Nintendo Switch controller with the Analogue 3D. Zero interested. I heard the controller is really good though, by the way. Video Game Esoterica, he got a review unit or a press kit with the ModRetro, and he said the controller is fantastic. But again, yeah, I'm just not going to play that much N64, man. I like the NSO controller. It gives me a lot of nostalgia, and I've also got 4 original controllers. So as good as ModRetro's one will be, just really not interested in it. Well, let's have a look. Right, guys, listen to the sound a bit. I'm going to swap the sound over to the M64. I'm just going to turn my mic off so I can guzzle down some drink. Do you know what, that £83 for it, you know, if you want the controller, if you like N64 a lot, yeah, it's cool for you, man. I just don't, you know, I've got so much stuff. Like, I'm surprised my wife hasn't beaten me up, right? If I'm looking at my room, right, and this is our bedroom, right, I've got like the empty box for the M64 still here. Then I've got a massive box with a dual stick from FightBox that I need to review and do a video on. Then what else? I've got other sticks, I've got other stuff just lying about there, man. That dual arcade stick, once I do the review, I'll probably give it to a friend of mine who likes dual stick shooters. So yeah, if I need to kind of clear stuff out, that's why I package it up and put it all in the cupboards, man. Hopefully at some point, you know, if I can get a bigger place, or, you know, I can have stuff in the front room. The front room is the kids, man. The kids used to play Xbox there now, but they're all on their laptops in the front room. My daughter's in a bedroom, the boys are in the front room, and the TV's really like more my wife's, so when they watch stuff. Right, okay. I feel like do you think HDR's come back on? I need to, when I do the next reset, I want to check that out, just to be on the safe side, because I think I did power cycle the Analogue 3D. I'm wondering if some other options came on, because the colors are looking very different. Now I know I'm colorblind, but you know, they do look very much so different to me at the moment. So thank you whoever told me that to get into the settings I need to press the R button. So cool. Right, okay, you know what, let's kind of go in there now. Yeah, the Analogue's got different modes, hasn't it? I mean, we're not looking at that that kind of, what is it, internal upscaling to 4K, because we're running this at 1080p. But that is something we can look at another day. I wanted to do the stream, but I'm very limited for time. So I have to be very selective what I can do. And, you know, I get so many random, like X messages, messages on Discord, and even emails where people are literally like, can you help me with this, and a big list. And I'm very respectful. I take the time and I go, look, I'm really sorry, I don't have time for one-to-one stuff. It even takes me time to do that. And I say, look, please go onto Discord. And then sometimes I get really upset. Oh, I just thought you would help me with this. And, you know, like, it's just a matter of time. I don't have the time to do it, right? I've definitely helped people before. People have helped me before. But yeah, man. Sorry, colorblind, tone deaf, definitely. Just kidding, I couldn't resist. No, you're absolutely right, man. I'm like Steve Martin from The Jerk, right? You know, the one that clicks his fingers and finally kind of gets the rhythm. So yeah, So yeah, I know I tell them, but people get really upset, and I like just being nice. And the other ones I get is I get random friend requests, and I don't want to say no because sometimes someone may have information or something. So I go like, how can I help? And it's always like, I'm an artist, and can I show you my work? And I say, no, thank you. And then and I leave it at that. And if they then if they persist to try and sell me stuff after I say no, then I block them. I very rare block people, but then I usually block and I report them as well, because I get it, people want to get business and stuff, but you know, once you get told no nicely, take that no nicely, you know, and be cool with it. Right, let's reset this. All right, okay, so now I want to, on the Analogue 3D, I want a quick cartridge. Right, and I want to look at settings just to make sure. No, HDR still off, that's cool. It's still there, so remembered all of that stuff, that's cool. Okay, that's cool. So the colors just look different there, I suppose. Let's go back into the cart. Let me see. We'll leave it on NTSC because that's usually better. Deep Love left on. Okay, cool. Unleash this still on. Sorry, just checking to make sure everything as it is. Right, I want it to stay on clean. Right, I just want it to stay on clean. I don't like that it keeps going back into like the BVM setting. All right, okay. So what are we checking now? All right. Yeah, you know what? You always have to be nice to people, because sometimes you get people that, you know, they may have personal issues and stuff. So I don't want to be, and you know, like I go online, I chat to people, and I don't want to come across as, oh, we spoke to PCN and he's just a complete and utter prick, you know. I'd rather say he was respectful, but some people will just be like, oh, he's an idiot. I asked him for help, he didn't help me. You know, I've had someone literally send me something and say, do you mind testing this for the, like, literally a couple of days and going through it and getting back to me? I'm like, oh, sorry, man, I haven't got time. Thank you. You know, like, I wish if I had that time. I did. On my old job, I did help test a lot of stuff, especially for the Unlock Pocket. But hey, that was on night shift, man. Right, let's have a. You know what? There's a good one. I think we need to look at this game here. We need to look at the. Oops, did I? No, what? No, wrong one. Right. Okay. Sorry, my bad. All right, let's go. This game is wicked, and I certainly hope we get a PC port. Yeah, imagine all the free products you get offered. Ugh, must be such a headache. You know, you know what? Honestly, with the free products, it was really cool when you first started getting them, and now it's gotten to the point where I'm just very selective with what I take for free. Because I have to do a video on it. Sometimes I take stuff that my kids want. Like recently, there was I got an email from like this thing. It's like $500, and it's an interactive dartboard with a LCD or LED screen on it, and you can put games on it, and you play with these darts on there. You can also play with a Nerf gun. But I don't know how well it will do on the channel. Plus, if I take it, I'm committed to do a video. That video is going to take me a whole day to make, because I have to get a camera, show myself playing darts, learn it. And in the end, I was like, nah, I have to do it. But I currently, I'm declining way more stuff than I'm taking. A lot of so what happens with a lot of games that I get, which is really cool, I just tell them, look, I'm going to feature it in the news video. If you want to give me the key, send it through and I'll put it in the news video. But then what I'll do is, if I'm not going to play that game, I'll just contact one of the guys that helps with the channel, Anime Otaku, Terminator 2K2. There's a lot of people that help. So I'll just say to them, look, I've got this game, do you want it? And the thing is, the game that I'll get is a game that I would show on the channel anyway. So when I get an email coming through saying, do you want this game? I think wicked. I was going to show it anyway. I'm not going to show a game that I think is going to be rubbish. I'm going to show that a game that's at least is going to be okay, or is based on a retro experience. So then all of a sudden I get the key for that and I just send it out. Hardware wise, I'll tell you what, you know, I've received a lot of hardware, but I only take stuff that I would either use or buy anyway, if I was to buy it or I didn't have lots of it already. You know, one of the best things I got was the TR Fightstick, the Octopus Fightstick, wicked stick, best stick in the world. And I've handled a lot of sticks in my time. Yeah, that's a good stick. The FightBox arcade sticks, they've worked out really well for me because I get a lot of referrals, man. Like a lot of referrals for that. Like very, very surprised. I actually need to make some shorts so YouTube pushes it out a bit more and I get more referrals, man. That was really, really good. There's a referral link in every single video, and people often end up buying them to get a saving, and then I get a nice little cut as well, man, which all of a sudden for pretty much doing nothing is nice. You know what, I've asked for an AES Plus. I've asked them, but I've not heard back from them. I actually asked JT for one as well, but he was a bit shy asking because he was involved in it as well, so it's very unlikely I'll get one. So what I actually did do is I've ordered one, but I'm probably gonna cancel my pre-order, man. I can't justify the cost. It's one of those things that I'll do a video on it, I'll do 2 videos on it, and that's it, it's done. And plus I just don't have the space, man. Even my cupboards are filling up, man. Like, yeah, they're just full up of stuff in there, man. So I'm probably gonna cancel my order from Amazon on that. Yeah, I'll see. I'll see. Not 100% decided yet. I feel, but the Neo Geo core and the Mister's so good. I know it's not perfect, but man, it's so good. It scratches every itch. And I had a Neo Geo and it feels wicked. But the ModRetro controller is sick. You know, I've heard the ModRetro controller is very, very good. But it's Nintendo 64, man. I don't care for N64 that much. I just don't have that. I don't have that burning desire to boot up an N64 game and play it. I was speaking to a friend of mine earlier who's like 7 or 8 years younger than me, and their favorite console is the N64. And it makes sense because, you know, when I was their age, I was probably or at that age where you're gonna get your favorite console, because I did start on 8-bit stuff, right? I played the Atari 2600, I played the NES, the Sega Master System. But my favorite era was like the 16-bit Mega Drive, Super Nintendo, more so the Super Nintendo, PC Engine as well, even though that was arguably an 8-bit with 16-bit graphics. I love those. Those are my favorite. But obviously someone that's younger than me, they're going to like the N64 and the PlayStation generation. And that's completely fair, you know, I get that. When I bought my M64, I mentioned YouTube channel in the box at the time of purchase. Oh, nice one. Thank you so much for that, man. I don't maybe I always ignore that stuff. Whenever I see that, I just put in random stuff where I heard it. But yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, maybe, who knows, maybe they'll watch this. Unfortunately for ModRetro, Analogue 3D has come out on top, so I guess if anyone's watching this from ModRetro, they're not going to be as pleased as the Analogue 3D guys. But that's why I like doing it. I do a lot of stuff, a lot of testing stuff. I like doing it live, so there's no editing. If things go wrong, they go wrong. I can't hide it. But look, this game is playing good on both, right? It seems to be, you know, the load times don't match up, and they'll be within that threshold of what you will consider to be a lot of fun. So let's now go and shall we do the final test? Let's do the final test. We're on unleashed mode and we're going to go to final test. Okay, so test ROMs. Now I'm expecting the Analogue 3D to do better, and that's just on the fact that on the last 3, the Analogue 3D has done better than the M64, right? Okay, so let's have a look. Oh, run all. I like it when it's got that. So let's run all over here. Okay, interesting here. Oh, I'm yxkalle of 42, man. I'm 49 very, very soon, man. Man, I do miss being young though, you know. I miss being young. I miss like waking up in the morning and just springing out of bed. Creative content, wow, 62, man. Wow, only 7 years away from the golden year, man. 69, baby. I think I've got like 18 years left before I can retire, man. But I was ready to retire at the age of 21. N64 is so ugly on FPGA, even with CRT, rather than emulator more. Well, emulator, you can upscale stuff, can't you? I mean, I like upscaling certain stuff and things. Oh, what's happened here? Okay, has that? I don't know what's going on here. I think that might have crashed on the M64. I wasn't looking. I was looking at chat there for a second. So it looks like it's going there. Let me. I think it has crashed. I'm pressing stuff. It's not responding. You know what? We'll give the Analogue 3D another shot. We'll go down here. But to be honest, the Analogue, sorry, the M64 is what crashed. The Analogue 3D has done better on all the tests, on all the test ROMs. So I kind of expected this to do, I kind of expected the same results. So now we're going to go run all again, and we'll see if it crashes again, just to give it another chance. But you know, as far as if you want something, if you have to say which one of these would be more cycle accurate, it's definitely the Analogue 3D. But you know, I do say to you guys that before you buy these, make all your decisions. You know, make a decision on which one are you actually going to feel this when you're playing a game. Are the games playing good to you, right? Because like I said, I really don't care for either one of these devices. I'm good with the Mr. Core, guys. That's how much, that's my love for the Analogue. That's my love for the N64. Like, the N64, Mr. Scratches my itch. These are just devices that, honestly, if I didn't have a channel, I would not have bought these. It's just not one of those things that would have interested me. Right, that's crashed on the same part as well, which is the RDP rectangle triangle 248 out of 250, and that's pretty consistent with that. It looks like the Analogue, there you go. You can see the results there, and the Analogue 3D has scored 6,416 out of 6,632. So if I'm doing quick maths there, that looks like 216 didn't pass out of 6,632. So kind of interesting there. So there you go, guys. You know, when it comes to accuracy and which one is closer to original hardware, there is no doubt. There's no question of a doubt. I have checked all the ladies out. Okay, that was a garage song, but there's no question of a doubt. Analogue 3D is a clear winner here based on everything we've done on this stream, right? So I've pressed reset there. Let's reset this over here. But again, I just want to say, you know, go with what you want. You're seeing what you're seeing here, and we're doing what we're doing here, right? But it's completely up to you what you take away from this, right? If you like the way the games are running, then it's completely up to you which one you go for. If you want that really, really accurate experience, then it does look like it is an Analogue 3D, right? Let's see what else is there. Oh, let's run. You know what? I do like the intro for Ocarina of Time. So let's go down a few pages. Okay, I kind of press both buttons there, hoping, wow, okay. Ooh, Killer Instinct got a good attract mode, actually. Let's go Legend of Zelda, because I wanted to go Ocarina of Time, which we are here. Which one now? We definitely don't want Europe. I'm just going to load this one here. Are we on the same one? Yep, let's go. Pressing both together again on Love Homie. I want the one that's closer to real hardware. Works and all, not the one that plays better. Is that weird? No, I mean, look, most people, I would say, okay, that's, man, has it gone into, why is that picture smaller on here? Is the Analogue just not, so is it doing a per game setting here because I've set stuff up previously on this? Let's have a look at this. So, oh, here we go, clean, right. That stay on clean, Analogue. I don't want to do it per game every time. Oh no. No, we want to go. Okay, you know what? So let's go here. Let's start that game as well then. Okay, let's go. Let's see where this takes us in Unleashed mode. So who's going to pick up the Ocarina of Time the remix, man? I know a lot of people are excited about it, but man, the water temple is just too difficult. I give up playing video games. It's just way too difficult. Way too difficult. This a month ago. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get into Dragon's Dogma, man. I need to play more video games. I like Dragon's Dogma 1. 2 just seems like a better refined formula, and hopefully Capcom have optimized it like a little bit better. It feels where I was playing it on a handheld. The GPD Win Mini is where I was playing it. But yeah, I was thinking about buying it for the Switch. It's coming out in October, but October I'm going to be playing Belmont's Curse, right? I cancelled my Switch purchase actually because on the Switch it was a lot more than what I was paying on for the PC. I think the PC on loaded, I paid like 15, 16, 18, definitely not more than 20. I think maybe 15 or 16 pounds for it. So I've got it on there. I'll play it on the Steam Deck. I don't know. I don't know which one. I don't know which one's doing better. Remember, we are using their most like their most advanced overclock. So I'm trying to press the button same here as well, so that kind of puts it into sync. Yeah, so so they've got like Xenocrisis, haven't they? As I was tempted to pick that up, then I was like, I've already got the digital version. I don't need to get that again. You know, bought it for the Switch as well. So yeah, but it is nice. It is nice for those that want to collect and you want something. It is cool. So like the speed is pretty much the same, right? When I've got the button presses down at those certain parts. So, you know, good stuff there. And you know, both developers, the developer of the Analogue 3D core and the developer of the ModRetro M64 core are both very top tier developers. So, you know, great minds behind both products. Man, I tried playing this when they released it on the 3DS again, but it's just too tough a game. I did play it growing up, but a friend of mine used to play it, and when he got to a good boss fight, he used to like have a save there ready for me so I could do the boss fight. So they were fun. I don't know, which image do you prefer? I guess it could be down to kind of taste here, but I feel like the Analogue looks a little bit brighter than that one, but like yxkalle said, you know, tone and colorblind, so I'm not the best judge, but you guys judge for yourselves, you know, which one you like. Which part, which we'll get, okay, cool. Oh, I'm trying to do the same stuff with both of them, but it is kind of tough, right? It's difficult playing it, right? Let's give it a reset here. And let's do it from the menu here. Any other suggestions for games, guys? Let's have a look. If not, I am going to run once we get the menu back up. Is it in my hacks? Hopefully it is. Yep, GoldenEye with Mario characters. This will be a fun track mode to have a look at. So we were listening to the M64 sound. I'm going to turn that down and I'm going to go to the Analogue 3D sound now. Oh, that's pretty much on par. That loaded up. Okay, so that's very nicely in 6. So let's see. The attract mode should be identical. So let's see if it goes out at all. It's interesting stuff here. Let me turn it up and I'm going to take a sip of my drink again, guys. Guys, if you haven't tried out this ROM hack, you really should, guys. It is just banging, absolutely banging, guys. Very darn good. Okay, right. Oh, this one's brilliant, dude. It is just superb. Okay, so I can see they've gone out of time a little bit, right? They started off very kind of on point with one another. So which one's faster? So I think the M64's running it faster. As to which one is closer to the correct speed, I can't tell you. I can't tell you if the Analogue is slower or the ModRetro is faster, but the ModRetro is definitely running faster than what the Analogue is doing. So kind of interesting here. You know, is it to a level you're gonna feel? No, you're not gonna feel that while playing the game, right? You know, in like a minute, it's gone out like, you know, I don't know, like a second or maybe a bit longer. So I don't know, maybe you will feel it. Who knows? Someone like me wouldn't. I'll play it and I go, yep, this is GoldenEye. Cool, right, okay, so let's do something crazy now, because I think this has all the levels unlocked. So let's go with let's go something like train, where you're just kind of walking straight ahead. Definitely not 001. By the way, after this, we'll look at the HD texture ones. Oh, let me see if I can. Okay, cool. Try and get this guy to come out as well and do some here. Oh man, it's so weird playing with two at once. Should really change weapon. There we go. Now I have a machine gun. Yippee-ki-yay, guys. Okay. I mean, to be honest, guys, both of them are playing GoldenEye. I mean, like with my one-handed experience on both pads, I could just focus on one at a time, but I am holding both pads. Alright, you know, this is nuts trying to play it like this. Small audio hiccups, right? The audio you're listening to at the moment, guys, by the way, is Analogue 3D. Not the ModRetro. So there you go, you've got that there. So let's look at the HD ROMs, right? High res hacks, that's it. Okay, high res hacks. Ooh, okay. I thought it was a high res Mario, you know, but nah. Okay, oh yeah, there is Super Mario 64. Let's go Super Mario 64. And let's watch some lovely attract mode. Let's have a look. Let's see what we get here now.
It's me, Mario. Hello.
So remember on this, like the text and everything's a little bit smaller, and it's a little bit out of place. Like you've got stuff in the middle of the screen rather than the edges. We should. It has got an attract. Yeah, it has got an attract mode. Sorry, we spins Bowser by the tail. Do you know what I think we should do as well? Is we should check out Donkey Kong 64 to see if ModRetro manages to get the vines when in Unleashed mode, and if Analogue does it as well, because Analogue done it in the normal console mode, and the ModRetro was unable to do that. So let's see what it's like on Unleashed mode. Do both of them miss it? Do both of them get it? Does ModRetro get it and the Analogue misses it? Not quite sure. So let's see what kind of happens. Wow. Oh wow, we've been doing it for 2 hours, man. Almost 2 hours. So may even end this streamish kind of soon. Right, let me swap the sound over to the M64 now.
Press start to play.
Yeah, so this looks a little bit sharper. They've got some high res ones. My son loves Super Mario. Yeah, wow, okay, that's cool. Hold on, you're 62. So how old is your son? Because you know, like sometimes when you hear like son, you think it's a little kid, man. I was actually cracking a joke with this lady at my work. She's 56 and her son is like 39 and she got a new boyfriend. So I said to her, look, what's that like when you've got this new boyfriend, you know, what's your son like with him? I said, does your new boyfriend take your son to the park and does he push him in the buggy and play had and hide and seek and all that? And obviously, like, she's absolutely in stitches because her son's 39, and she's like, nah, he doesn't do that. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think there's a capturing issue. Let me hear it on my side. Let me turn it up a bit more.
Press start to play.
Okay, so that's the M64 that we were listening to there. Let me turn up the Analogue 3D again. Right, now we're going to Analogue 3D. I can't really be sure. We're back on Analogue 3D and it sounds alright, man. Oh, right, okay, I'm 39. Who was it here? Someone else said they were, let me go, no, I'm going to scroll back on chat. Someone said that they're like 62. I thought that was you, but, oh, okay, no, that was creative content, my bad. I got it confused. No, HD was 39, he's 8. Yeah, wicked, man. My youngest is 10. To be honest, I might do a stream with him next time. If I do a double one, I say, son, play the game while I do it. The only thing with my son is he will end up giving away too much personal information on there. I've done a stream with him before and had to cancel it because he started just blurting out, you know, stuff that shouldn't be online. So I had to, so that was the big thing there. You know, obviously I try and keep my kids' names and everything kind of out of, out of the YouTube stuff. And he's obviously referring to family members. Oh, is it? Okay. Is it fluctuating? Cool. It kind of sounds all right, Mayam, so I don't know. I can't say for certain whether it's a capture card issue or not. Right now, it is the Analogue 3D sound. It's interesting. Yeah, it's definitely weird, but I don't know. I mean, it might have something to do with the overclock. Who knows, man? You know, the overclocking can have a an effect on games and whatnot. So no idea really. Maybe it's just an issue with the sound, man. Maybe the M64 is beating it on sound in overclocked mode, right? You know, so it is what it is. Yeah. So yeah, HD Demon Arcade, yeah, 8. He's definitely a kid, man. Cool quality, right? Okay. Let's have a look. Shall we have a look at another high-res hack? Let's see. Well, I know we've run GoldenEye a few times, but you know, GoldenEye is literally a big part of the Nintendo 64. Another high-res hack. Oh yeah, I think. Okay, let's go here. Let's do the F0. Come on, load up at the same time. That was pretty accurate-ish. Oh, what's happened here? Okay. They're both not showing full screen. Maybe I need to run the other one. So look. Oh, okay, sorry. That's actually running okay once the game's in there. That's fine. Okay, well, if it comes to races, the ModRetro is at 21st place. And the Analogue 3D, oh wow, it caught up. Okay, it's back down to 22nd. Let's see which one places higher. Okay, cool, that's interesting. Because some of these hacks, like something like the title screen is going to be like that, but it's going to be like that, and all of them. Is the horizontal upscale turned on? I'm not quite sure. I am not quite sure. Can we just turn it on in here? Where would it be? Let's have a look. Oh no, it's not. All right, let's turn that on. Did you notice a big difference? Let's have a look. All right, okay, it doesn't do anything in 480i. But maybe on the normal ones we can have a the normal ones, not the HD. Ooh, wow, okay, that's kind of broke. It feels weird on both, that split screen. It made it look like the bottom screen was broken. It's weird. Is it me or... Wow, okay. Yeah, that was weird there on both the screens. Right, okay. Let's go something else. We'll look at one more HD one before we go on to some normal games. So what's going to have a good attract mode? All right, okay, let's just do Banjo-Kazooie, the first one up here. Okay, let me check something here. No, no, no. Oh, wow. Okay, I thought it disappeared there again. We want it clean. So the two are definitely very, very much so out of sound. Sorry, out of time. By the way, we're listening to the Analogue 3D sound. I've got it down. Me, I can't. It's not too loud for me. You know what? I think yxkalle said it doesn't work for 480i, or does it? Yeah, we'll do that with the normal games anyway, so let's have a look. Okay. Oh, it would be nice if it was closer to the time as it feels. Cool, cool. Wow, okay. Wow, that's really... What's happened to the Analogue? Wow, that really took a long time on Analogue 3D. So I don't know if one's running slow or the other's running fast. Who knows? Right, let's put the sound on the M64 up. Okay, let's let's not do these upscales anymore, these HD ones. Let's go to some normal games, and we'll put on the horizontal stuff as well. Apparently a killer feature on the Analogue. A lot of people are very, very happy about it. Right, let's have a look. All right, okay. Is there a way just to have it on the whole time? Let's have a look. Let's exit the cartridge and... Or can we... Oh, it's on anyway. Right, okay, that's cool. Hopefully it'll remain on for the games. So let's find the same game again. Let's go to no intro. Oops, what have I doing? What have I done there? Oh, okay, 1080 snowboarding is a good one actually. Let's make sure that the horizontal scaling is on. Yep, and it's on clean. Right, okay. Then now side by side, you can have a look and see which one you like. I own two Analogue 3Ds and I've tested Banjo. Right, okay. Cool, cool. I mean, I'm having difficulties telling a difference between two of them. I don't know which one's looking clearer or cleaner to you guys. You know what would be wicked, yeah. It'd be difficult to do though. I've only got 3 capture cards, and one of them's not an Elgato. Is have the Mister and the N64 in the mix in a live stream. That would be nuts. 4 controllers. I'll need to try and press all 4 together. It'll be absolutely nuts, man. You know what? Conker's a good one, actually. Yeah, let's. I'm kind of enjoying watching this track mode, believe it or not. But yeah, we'll go Conkers. I think that's a good game. I don't want to play it though. I'm hoping in a track mode it does it. Playing stuff is really difficult on 2 things at once. Yeah, you know, for it would just be a difficult. I mean, the video is doable. It just means I have to capture everything individually. It's not too difficult. It just means, like, let's say I pick 3 games, for example, and I put the first device on. I film the 3 games in the best possible setting everything has to offer. So with the the overclocked core, with the Analogue 3D and the ModRetro M64, put on their their highest overclock mode. And on the N64, well, it's an N64, so just put like the normal kind of thing on there. So, and it'd be good. You can have like all 4 of them on there, but you know what? All of that stuff takes time. So my focus on the channel now is definitely the daily news video without anything on there. You know, isn't people's jam? Mr. is goated. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Mr. does it for me, man. I have no need for the Analogue 3D or the M64. It is strictly a channel thing. I buy this stuff and I make a massive loss because it doesn't really, like, so the ad revenue, you could argue, covers it, but that's for the ad revenue for everything. Just the Analogue 3D and the M64 videos I've made will definitely not cover the cost of what I have bought these devices for. But hey, you know what, it's fun doing this stuff. Hopefully my channel will grow. Hopefully it will go to an amount where doing a video will pay enough to cover a device. But you know, it's a crowded place. There's a lot of channels out there that will get your attention, so it's all good. I mean, I'm happy where I am so far, and hopefully I can keep growing on that. You know what? I'll keep them for now because they come in handy. They come in handy when a new feature or something comes out, and I like doing live streams, so it's nice doing live streams and stuff. Right. So now let's go over to. Let's now go over to Conker's Bad Fur Day, and I'm hoping that's got a good attract mode. It's not really my type of game. I'm not really into 3D platformers, but when I heard there's a game where you get to be a drunk squirrel, it sounded really interesting. Okay, we're close. Conker's Bad Fur Day. Here we go. All right, okay. So I want to make sure that that option is on. So let's turn horizontal upscaling on. We don't want BVM, we want clean. Here we go, let's have a look. So we're listening to the sound from the M64 at the moment, just so you guys know. You know what, yeah, if you've got a better option there, that's absolutely fine. There's zero issues with that, you know. Like, for example, if I wanted to play a 64 game, then yeah, and I really wanted to play it, then yeah, you know, as it stands now, to play, say, a cartridge game, The Analog 3D is the best way of playing it. You know, if there's a PC port available, then that's going to be better than any of these devices, right? But the PC ports, like maybe how many is there? 10, 20 maybe maximum of N64 games. So there's still a vast amount of games you can play. And if I wanted to play the Nintendo 64, Analog 3D would be the best option, man, without a doubt. Right? Is that no more? Come on, give us some attract mode. Don't just leave us hanging over here. I don't want to start this game. Let's see. All right, let's go. I mean, I'm looking at this on small screens, so I don't know how much of a difference this will make. I'll give you an example, guys, so you can see what my stream is. So first of all, guys, that's the two consoles on the floor down there. That's where they live. They'll go back in boxes in due time. And this is how I'm actually playing it. So I'm looking at the right hand side, the two screens there, a lot smaller than my normal one. I have a screen up to the right of that dual screen, wall mounted, what I do my gaming on when I'm recording. And yeah, that's kind of that. So it's a little bit different to how I normally do stuff, but it was the best way to get multiple screens on there, you know. Okay, that's interesting, because the lighting, oh okay, no, the lighting's there now. There's a little bit of a delay. It looks quite good though, I have to say. I can see, I don't know, it looks, is it placebo? It's difficult to tell, but maybe it looks slightly brighter on the Analog 3D side, maybe, who knows? No. Hey Boink 5550, how you doing? So again, guys, you know what? This stream's done for you guys to make up your own mind. Have a look at and see which one you prefer, right? You know, go through the video, have a look at the side-by-sides, and just work out which one it is for you. If you're on the fence about buying one, if you have one and you want to invest in the other, you know, like I said, I bought this stuff because I run a channel doing this stuff. If it wasn't for the channel, man, I'd play the odd PC port over here. Mr. really does it for me. Like the games that I like on the N64 now, the ones that I would play now are stuff like Sin and Punishment, Fighter's Destiny, Rakuga Kids, Bangai-O. What else is there on there? Beetle Adventure's a good one. I like that. Mickey Speedway is really good. Really good racer by Rare. You know, GoldenEye, not so much. I wouldn't play that now. I loved it. One of my favorite games of all time, but I wouldn't play it now. Mario Kart 64, probably wouldn't play that either. I rinsed the crap out of that. And, you know, do I want to play that again? Probably not. I need to play Mario Kart World on my Switch too. I don't even bother doing that. Okay. I like that you guys are debating down there, Shade Jalik and yxkalle. Do appreciate good conversation in here and different viewpoints, you know. Everyone has different viewpoints, and you know what, I respect all your viewpoints. I don't have to agree with you, but you know, as long as stuff's done respectfully, it's all good. It's all good. Definitely like differences of opinions, and I also like it when you guys correct me. You know, sometimes if I do something that's not quite right, when you guys are like, hey, you know what, you didn't say this right, you didn't do this right. Man, if you're right, you're right. And I'll take advice from anyone. You know, I remember a while ago someone said, you know, whether someone's young or old, if a person younger than you gives you good advice, take it. You know, don't be a snob. Don't be stuck in your ways with stuff. So yeah, I thought that was good advice.
Right. Whose round is it? Yours. What, again? Okay.
Man, do you know what? They both look really, really darn good. I mean, this game looks good when upscaled. All right, he is drunk now. Maybe we can do a little bit of drunk walk.
You guys enjoy yourself and all that, and I'll probably see you sometime next week. I gotta go home. I'll go this way. Oh, no, that's the toilets. No, this way. Yeah, that's better.
I definitely feel like the lighting on the darker parts is more visible on the Analog 3D. At least that's how I'm seeing it. Nasty.
Sorry about that, old chap. Gotta go.
Yeah, nostalgia, man. Nostalgia is one heck of a drug. Yeah, GoldenEye's wicked, man. Love GoldenEye. I think Wave Race is probably another one with good attract mode to check out.
Anyway, it seems pretty familiar to me. Huh? What is that? This way, I suppose.
Okay, let's try and control a drunk squirrel simultaneously on with two controllers. Oh, nice. Okay, Wave Race Shindo Edition. To be honest, I don't really want Rumble. When you've got two controllers in your hand, it's a little bit it's a little bit annoying with both of them going off. I'm actually not a big Rumble fan, generally speaking, because I do a lot of handheld gaming. I just turn it off on like the Steam Deck or the GPD Win Mini, or even like the, mind you, I don't mind it on the Switch so much actually. You know, Analogue 3D's had more time as well. They've really refined it, and you know what? The ModRetro coming out isn't a bad thing for the Analogue 3D because it really made Analogue put their finger out. Look, the lighting is a lot better. I can see stuff a lot lighter. Look at the face over here; it's a lot lighter on the Analogue 3D. At least that's the observation that I'm making over here. So just a heads up, I don't want this stream to exceed 3 hours, but let's see where it goes. It's 22 minutes past midnight here, and usually during the week, I try and be asleep by 10 p.m, but I'm usually asleep by 11. But then I suffer the next day. For anyone out there that's in their late 40s, you get this. If I don't get enough sleep now, right, guys? Like I like, you know, when kids are like cranky because they've not had enough sleep, like I'm cranky like that. If I don't get enough sleep, I'm like, especially in the evening when I come home, my boys, they're always making noise and shouting. I end up like thinking, no, you know what, be quiet, and I end up getting annoyed. So I leave them and just come to my room by myself. You know, I like the quiet life. Mind you, my wife and kids are going to Italy on holiday. Oh, I fell into the river. Right, I was looking at the other screen. So they're going to Italy on not tomorrow Sunday, next week Sunday. So we're talking a week and a bit. I'm actually staying behind because I haven't got anyone to care for my mum. So I have to stay behind and look after her. But that's kind of all right. But that's how I'm spending my 2 weeks annual leave. But hopefully it'll give me plenty of time to do videos and streams and whatnot. So that should be some fun out there. What's this? Yeah, you know what? I think shade. I think it's a thing of getting older, man. I never used to get it, but it's more so in the evenings. Like I'm alright in the morning. I'll get past. I'll go work, but then when I come home and I want to stay up and do stuff. I want to stay up and I'm like actually like upset. And then I think about kids when they don't get enough sleep and they're a bit moody and they start crying and what you know. I'm like, wow, have I gone full cycle? And now if I don't get enough sleep, I'm a little bit cranky. So I end up just staying away and thinking, you know what? Let me not do that. Most developers use it. You know, Fallen Rascal, it'll be nice for this thing to be fully bust open and it just becomes like this big homebrew thing where it plays stuff. You know, we've got power there. I mean, I'd love to see Analogue release other cores for it as well, which I think will be great if we can get something like that going. Again, look at the lighting on. I have to say here, guys, like I'm one of those guys that, you know, when you're setting up your game and it tells you move the little thing left or right and only have it so the symbol is barely visible, I crank it up because I want to make sure I can see everything. And I feel like the Analogue 3D is giving me more brightness there. It just feels more up my street with it. Now, some people might like it darker. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me personally, like I turn up the brightness because I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I've just gone full circle. Yeah, look, both images here of a similar thing. Let's see if I can get that. Well, not exactly the same place. Let me see if I can get that. Here we go. Right, okay. So that's kind of similar there, right? Try and get it looking as identical as I can. Well, I tried, sorry. Okay, close-ish, but you can see it looks a lot brighter on the 3D, but that's my personal preference there anyway. On the M64, it's definitely looking a bit darker. But again, some people like it darker. Maybe that's more accurate to what Conkers looks like. I can't exactly tell you. Just go with whichever image you prefer, right? Okay, any ideas for any other games you guys want me to load? Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I always use a clean image there, Shade, because I generally like I'm generally like doing videos or streaming stuff, so it just makes sense to have that clean image as opposed to having the scan lines. They don't often oh, wave race never hurts. Yep, we can do wave race. It never hurts unless, yep, no, it never hurts. You're right. Right, okay. Does it let me go? So you can't, okay, you need to go down. Right, let's go. Whoops. What have I done? Press the wrong button, my bad. Okay. Lot of games with W, funny enough. Wow, wave raced. Have we got that Shindu edition? Oh, maybe I haven't got it here. Okay, so let's just go wave. Actually, I don't want to. Let's go revision 1. Okay. Just mashing that button. All right. Are they in sync? Let's see. Okay, slightly out, but hey, never mind. Again, I can see the scan lines and stuff on the Analogue 3D. Okay, so again, you guys decide which one you like the look of while we watch this attract mode, guys. Why is the picture looking smaller on the M64? That's weird. Is there something in settings? Clean image size? I'll put it on integer plus just so they look the same size. That was looking a little bit smaller there. Shaky edition. Man, I remember when this first came to life on the Mister, how it was all like broken, and then all of a sudden it got better.
3, 2, 1.
So what's going on here with the different track modes and stuff? Why is that still in a demo and that one's kind of gone into a race? That's kind of interesting. Okay, wow. Is it that much of a timing difference, or is it random? I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. Yeah, hopefully they will. I don't like that I have to keep changing it from BVM to clean, which would be nice. I think there's a lot more you can do to it. I don't really fully understand it. I don't really pay attention to a lot of this stuff, to be honest. You guys have to tell me how to turn off HDR. The Shindu edition also has different voiceovers. Oh, okay, cool. I mean, we've got the volume turned down quite low on most of the stuff, so all kind of good there. Hit me with some other games, guys, that you want to see. We've got half hour kind of max. I will. I'm all right. I'm not feeling too tired or anything. I do sleep on the weekends a bit, so instead of waking up at like 5 a.m, I wake up at like 9 a.m. So yeah, I look forward to sleep on the weekends. I'm going to sleep tomorrow as well. I've got my mum tomorrow. Actually, usually my aunt takes her on a Sunday, and I've got her with me all day Sunday, which is a bit difficult. So I'll probably take her out to my sisters and take my sisters and my kids and my boys out for lunch or something. Yeah, no, I've turned them off unless they've come on again. We've turned those off. Yeah, we done that near the beginning. Someone was kind enough to point it out to me. Yeah, to be honest, I don't use it enough. I didn't know it was there, obviously, when I've done it before. I think I've even done a couple of tutorial videos on the Analogue. But, you know, here's the funny thing, right? When I do tutorial videos and I forget what it is that I showed in there, and later on when I need to reapply that thing, I need to go and check it. I've watched my own Amiga Vision tutorial like 3 or 4 times now to install it. And I need to install it again because I actually need to set up my NAS as well. And Otaku, if you're still there, we'll do that. StarCraft, yeah? Oh, Command and Conquer was first. Okay, so we are going strategy now. I like it. Great minds. I need to get my kids to play strategy games, man. So they can get into that kind of thinking mode. Yo, wicked anime. I was gonna say, yo, man. We need to. Oh, WhatsApp. Let me check my WhatsApp. All right, let me load the game and then I'll check my WhatsApp. Oops, what's happened here? So let's go to no intro. I hope Command and Conquer has an attract mode, because I definitely aren't gonna play them on both. Yeah, and I was just saying to potentially sort out my NAS tomorrow, man. I know what you're doing. You're coding and you've got the stream on, so you heard your name being read out. Okay, I think we're good here. Command and Conquer. Wicked. All right, let me check my WhatsApp now.
I've got a present for you.
Oh, you actually said what's up. He said WhatsApp. So, oh, not WhatsApp. I'm pretty sure you said WhatsApp there, though. Yeah, you typed that up. That must have been you on your phone, and it done that, right? Yeah, I gotta check there. The last message is me telling you I'm about to stream. Okay. Is it gonna run into a demo? I'm just actually. Wow. I've got a few messages I'll have to go through. Cool. Wicked. Are we gonna get a track mode? I want to see some combat.
Left channel. Right channel. Sound hardware.
You're probably right. It's very, very difficult shade to get 100% accuracy, you know. I would imagine it's very, very difficult. So you're probably right. Both of them are likely not 100%. Oh, okay, so let's press A on both. All right, come on now. I don't want to play this. Playing it with one controller would be difficult enough. It's a mouse and keyboard game, but playing it with 2 controllers on a live stream on a small OBS window is gonna be super difficult. Super, or as I like to say it sometimes, super duper difficult, right? If it doesn't go into that, we're gonna go into StarCraft, which I hope does give us an attract mode. Man, I'm really looking forward to my annual leave. Really, really looking forward to it. So let's have a look. Right, okay, that's not really getting into anything. So let's go and... Oh, no. Okay, I thought I saw something there. Never mind. Okay, so StarCraft was another one. I was trying to see if I ended on the same thing now. Okay. Oh, someone mentioned Turok earlier as well, actually. Let's go StarCraft, and then please remind me to go Turok. StarCraft, right. Hey, let's do, should we do this? Nah, Australian's going to be power. It might be potentially slow. Let's go USA. Oh, that integer plus, I might have to turn that off actually, because I just noticed part of the menu was missing. Yeah. So, okay, what is on here for? Okay. All right, so we've been listening to M64 for a while. Let's go to the Analogue 3D now. That actually looks very much so in sync. Wow, that looks really, really in sync. Are we in game? Is it going to give us like a little demo? Let's run it a second, see if it does. Yeah, I mean, we've got choices. We can do either this 59.94 something like that. Not quite sure, buddy. Not quite sure. I think we might have to go Turok. I don't think we're going to get a track mode in this. Right. Let's go. Oh, you know what? I need to look at Star Wars Rogue Squadron as well. I don't know what Turok. I think someone said Turok 2 earlier, so Turok 2. Let's go down one more. Oh yeah, let's go for this one. Okay. Okay, let's go over here. Oh, sorry. Do I need to press the button here? Oh. Man, controls for this are so difficult to go back to. Oh, you know what? Let's go. Pod Racer's a good one, Keaton. That's one of the ones I actually wanted to have a look at. Good shout there, buddy. Okay, so. Oh no, one went into a track mode. Darn it. How do I go back? Man, all right, this is a bit of a disaster, right? The syncing is way too far off, so let's go. Mind you, it looks good on both of them, to be honest. Let's try and get Star Wars Race again. Because Star Wars Racer was a game that pushed the N64, man. It was fast, had good graphics as well. Okay. Yep, there we go. I certainly hope this has got good attract mode now. Got to make sure that on the analog it doesn't go to those. Okay, it's looking a lot smaller on the M64. Okay, come on, guys, go into. I don't think it's going to get into attract mode. Yeah, Turok 2 looked good, to be honest. That opening that we saw, it looked good. Okay, that's interesting. Look at that. ModRetro is showing 2 players. So why does it think it's got another controller? That's interesting. Do we need to... Let me see if I can run a... Oh, there's different characters in it. That's interesting. Did not know that. Oof, it's going to be difficult. Right. Gotta say though, man, it's... I mean, look at the crowd. You can see a better distinction on the 3D than the M64. I'm off the road on one of them. Oh, but so difficult to do both. Sorry guys, trying to play with 2 here, it's bloody impossible. This is way too difficult. Let me see if I reset it and go to quit. We just want to see an attract mode race. It's way too difficult to try and. I mean, I'm bad enough with 2. Come on, just get me out of the game. It's interesting though, because ModRetro for some reason thinks there's another controller plugged in for whatever reason. That's kind of interesting. By the way, I couldn't get the NSO controller working with the M64 when I tried it last time. I didn't bother trying to pair it today. I just thought I would use the thingy one, the Analogue 3D one, and that works fine with it. This is definitely a representation of me, what I drive like when I drive two vehicles simultaneously. Okay, cool. So we've got some stuff happening on screen, but it looks like it plays random stuff then. It's not exactly the same stuff that you're getting. But you can get an idea of what you like. Alright, okay, so like 10 to 15 minutes left of the stream, guys. If you have enjoyed it, please press the like button. It really does help out. Subscribing to the channel is super appreciated as well. What is Z64? That's an extension, right? I have a Z64 and I took out the zip drive and installed the compact. Oh, right, okay, nice. Was that a little pirate device that was around for the Nintendo 64 back in the day? If so, that was really cool. My friend had one. We played a lot of games on that. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, EverDrive, I'm using summer carts at the moment in both of these. I've got an EverDrive X7 and I kind of regret buying it. Summer cart does it really good and it's like literally 1/6 of the price of what I paid for the EverDrive. So I know the EverDrive Pro is out now, so that's kind of interesting. I don't think I've got emulators on here, you know. Emulators would be kind of interesting to see. Okay, let's run the next game. You know what? I'm going to try something here now. Actually, what we can do, the free test we done in normal hardware mode. Let's see if anything works better in when we've got unleashed mode on or overclock on both of them. So let's go for the first one over here, just to see. I can't remember. I think it failed anyway. Right? Okay, that's cool. Let's go over here. Let's do the next one. Oops. Okay, so do this one down. Let's see if overclock makes a difference. What happened on this one? Was this the one where it fell part of the way? It crashed? Like basically, if you're tuning in a little bit late, we've run 4 different ROM tests, and on each single one, the Analogue 3D has literally come out on top. So let's have a look here. Auto test, right, here we go. Okay, so they both fell on overclock, but on original hardware mode, the Analogue 3D passed and the M64 failed. But here you go, in overclock, they both fell on overclock. Oops, no, resolution should be 1080. Why does it keep going to that? Hopefully it won't crash the card. I don't think it will. Or has it? No, it hasn't. Right, okay, keep. All of this stuff here should stick. Right, okay, let's go. And wow, okay, I think I'm going to put on one more game with a good attract mode, and then I'm going to call it a gangster rap. Let's do this. Let's have a look. What's a good game with a really good attract mode? Trying to see if anything jumps out here. Oh, Castlevania, cool. Let's do that. Which one though? There's a few of them there. We're gonna go with Castlevania because I saw that first on there. But I do like FIFA 99. I actually have the cartridge for that. Which Castlevania? That's the only thing that we need now because there's a few on here, right? There's a couple. So oh, you just said Castlevania, so let's just do Castlevania then. Let's go revision 2. Right, guys, this is gonna be the finale. Okay, cool. Right, now I think, man, is that on again? It is on it again, isn't it? Yeah, definitely brighter on the Analogue 3D. And we're listening to the sound from the Analogue 3D as well. I'm going to go and let's put the sound on from the ModRetro M64 for a bit. Right, yeah. You know what? I just never really got into these ones, guys. I probably would have played them back in the day if I really, really wanted to. But I never got around to playing them. And playing them now, they're just not that good, man. There's better ones. The one on the PS2 is better from what I remember. Maybe no, it's an overclock now, dude. It's all of them are a max overclock, unless the setting has changed or something like that. Then no, it's all an overclock. Yeah, this thing is bad. I wonder. Yeah. So right, guys. So what have we kind of learned today, right? So we've learned that they both play N64 games, but when it comes to testing ROMs, especially when we've done it on the original hardware mode, the Analogue 3D is performing better when it comes to accuracy tests. yxkalle noticed that with the Analogue 3D, some of the sound was off. I didn't hear it on my side, so again, I don't know if that's a capture card thing or whatever. But as far as playing games goes, I do think that both of them actually play games all right. Like when I done my stream, when I got this on Tuesday for just the M64 and I ran the stream, the games felt like N64 games, guys. Like I didn't feel like, oh look, this is a massive, or I didn't feel, oh, this feels really, really off like sometimes it did in software emulation. Everything felt pretty all right. Like it felt like I was playing N64. So there wasn't any qualms there, but we're putting it under a microscope of type. You know, someone like a James Lambert, or there's other people within the community that may do videos where they really put it under a microscope, like one of those big ones that looks up at the moon or whatever, right? But yeah, just on that kind of side, when you are really diving deep into it, it's kind of, at least at this moment in time, that the Analogue 3D is the more accurate device. So it's kind of down to which one you purchase, because as it stands now, yeah, that is the better one. Will ModRetro make progress on that? Well, I can definitely tell you for sure that ModRetro have given Analogue a run for their money, even though they've got a massive head start. Obviously, they have put out plenty of firmware updates, and who knows, right? If you don't have competition, you may not have put out firmware updates that frequently, right? But they did. So the birth of the M64 is definitely something that I think made the Analogue 3D better, or it sped the Analogue 3D along quicker than they would have done it otherwise, right? Because obviously you got competition on there. You know, I do hear claims of the ModRetro being the most accurate way to play the Nintendo 64, based on everything that I've seen in this live stream today. Now remember, guys, this is a live stream. I've done everything side by side, same flash cards, the same content on both the SD cards on the flash cards. But based on what I've seen today, it's obvious that the Analogue 3D is the more accurate device, and the ModRetro 64 can't claim that it is the most accurate device out there, and that's based on the ROMs that we're seeing. But what I will try and do in the future is do a comparison of a ModRetro, and remember, we're not going to use any overclocking for this one, doing the ModRetro side by side with a Nintendo 64, and then doing a Nintendo 64 side by side with an Analogue 3D. And you guys can compare and work out, okay, this one is actually closer to hardware, because obviously overclocking gives you better FPS, but let's see what it's like when you try and get like as close to hardware as possible, and let's see which one shines more. If there's any updates that come out in the meantime, cool, we'll update and we'll check them out. You know, devices can get better, they can get worse. So would be fun to watch another M64 versus maybe, you know what, that's interesting. We can definitely do that. But guys, you know, I wish if I had more of an income from YouTube, just to add revenue or more views, that would be the ultimate. But obviously there is stuff like Patreon and memberships that are available. Yeah, it would be nice to get another. I wouldn't mind buying the same capture card again, but I can't justify spending however much it was. I think it was like 230 pounds. I can't justify just buying that. I would like to use exactly the same capture cards as well. So yeah, let's see where that goes. Yeah, Analogue's definitely proprietary, but let's see how open source the ModRetro M64 is, because I'm not seeing cores flying out, but it has only been a little bit of time. So let's see where it goes with that. Let's see what else comes out for it. I've got the Game Bub coming, and even though that's not out yet, as well as the Game Boy cores that come with it, Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance, that you can play on there. Ken from the channel What's Ken Making has also released a NES core, or he's done it, and it will get released, I guess, when the Game Bub comes out. And as well as that, he's ported the Neo Geo core, so it'll be nice to get additional stuff on this system, right? So let's see what happens. But guys, look, I just want to thank you all for watching. Really do appreciate you guys hanging out. It was a fun stream, believe it or not. I know it's nerdy and we kind of like this stuff. It was fun putting it here side by side and having a look. So yeah, I'll try and do more of this in the future. Definitely when I'm on annual leave, I'll be doing some more of those, which I've got one more week of work left. So the week after that should be good. Wife and kids will be away when my mum, who I'm taking care of, she'll be at my sister's for like 2 days in a row. Every week. So yeah, I'll definitely have some time to do stuff. But wicked guys, be freaking awesome to one another. Thank you once again for watching, and this is your friendly neighborhood PixelCherryNinja out.